out, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Metabyte podcast. Today is episode number 1, and I believe our first topic is going to be talking about Marvel. But first off, I just want to introduce our cast. Hold on, we're having a bit of technical issues with Discord. There we go. So here we have with me, of course, I'm on the very far right. My name's Cam, or Meta Live. Next to us we have Cruz, my roommate and cousin, or I Godlike. On the third to the left here we have Jason, or Jason Gaming.
What's up, bitches?
Become louder.
Yeah, okay. A little louder. Or you're really quiet compared to us.
Alright, let me work on that. And on the very far left here we have Thomas, who is R0.
He's a cheeky one.
Rappa. He is a cheeky one.
Dudes.
Bring that down a bit more. Okay, there we go. That should be better now.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. What were you guys talking about while I was gone?
A signed copy of Mein Kampf by Hitler.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I prefer not to
say.
Turns out one exists, actually. Sold last year.
Really?
For like $60.
Wait, oh damn, we should have had a guest.
$60, that's it?
I know, right?
Introduced Hitler as a guest?
No, we should have had you guess the price.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, the
shit.
price? I didn't hear the price.
Okay, what do you think it was?
What do you think?
Signed copy of Mein Kampf by Hitler.
By
Okay.
Hitler. Okay, I'm gonna start lowballing. Let's say 1,000.
Jeez, man, oh man.
Oof.
Am I like way over?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, what was it? Let me see.
$60.
$60? Okay.
Actually, to be exact,
I mean-
76 US dollars. So it was in pounds.
Okay, well that's like 100 Canadian dollars.
Like 100 fake dollars, pretty much.
Fake dollars, yeah. Narnia dollars. As
That sucks.
as people would call it.
Fucking
I would have bought that for around 50,000.
50,000? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Anything to have Hitler closer to me, dude. I put on my wall.
Oh my god, just frame it.
Would be nice.
Jesus.
Honestly, I'm surprised it sold for that.
Right?
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, like actually though, it's like a historic.
To
I
be
don't
fair,
know.
I don't think anyone cares about Hitler anymore.
Imagine if it was fake and someone believed it was a real signature and it was like published like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, how could they prove it?
How could
How
they
could you-
prove that it was published 2 years ago?
I mean,
there's
Or like prove that it's
another
Hitler's?
one.
Well,
There's-
it'd probably be a really old fucking book.
I found another one, by the way. There's like another one that was signed by him. It went for fucking $7,000.
okay, see, that's more like what I was
This
expecting.
This one makes more sense. The one that was on the YouTube
Yeah.
was bullshit. That guy got lucky as fuck.
Fucking $60. That's nuts.
Look at this one signed copy of Mein Kampf expected to get 20,000 at U.S. auction.
That's what I'm
Wow.
talking about.
I feel like
Price
we need.
keep going up.
I feel like I need to pull this
I
up
feel like
here.
I need
Can
that
you
book.
can you send me the link to that? I'll pull it up on stream.
Okay. That's the one that I found. That's 7,000.
$7,000. Oh my god.
This is the $20,000 one. YouTube video, not an article.
Oh, don't need
Yeah,
that.
it's an old looking book and it's got a nice cover though. You gotta admit.
Yeah, especially that symbol.
Damn.
$1926.
$7,000, dude. Holy.
What was that transition I just saw?
That's a new transition.
Really fast.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
it's
fog.
fast. It's got a little sound with it and everything.
Cam, you didn't use the desktop mode with like our faces on it.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
So wait,
Tisk,
how'd you do the thing then?
What thing? The
Like, how'd you get the thing up there? How our faces are there?
Oh,
Discord.
it's literally just recording Discord, like as a window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
it's
you,
like
oh, you
really
figured that
shitty
out.
quality.
What does?
Wait, what?
Like, yeah, you can tell it's like zoomed right in.
Oh, I don't think it's that shit quality. It's
It's
definitely
better
better
than
than it
it
was,
was.
for sure.
Yeah.
I can count my pictures pixels.
Yeah, well, that's because yours is like
that.
That's
Yeah.
because it is pixels.
that's because yeah, exactly.
All right. Oh.
Alright,
So-
Captain
So I have
Marvel.
another topic.
Oh, okay.
Today is International Women's Day.
Oh
Alright,
yeah, it is. I
Next
saw that on
topic.
Snapchat. Next topic, and that's
But yeah, so
that's all we have to say about that.
We can transition that into the whole, because today is also like the main release of Captain Marvel.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Minecraft,
Oh, is it
today's
really?
Women Day.
Yeah. Well, like it started last night, but like today's the like official, I guess, release date.
Right. Okay. So we're new to this whole podcasting thing, and we didn't know like what kind of topics to talk about. But we did see. Well, I guess I found the. I did a little bit of research on like the whole thing of Brie Larson getting, I don't know, lashback about
Backlash.
back. Thank you. Back. Same fucking shit, you know.
No, it's not
A little
even
different.
almost.
Sure it is.
Flashback.
And for playing Captain Marvel, and I wasn't exactly sure why, and so I did a little bit of research, literally like 2 minutes before we started the podcast, and it turns out it's something to do with a couple of things. I think number one, people are saying either she's too old or too young. I think I couldn't quite understand, and I don't exactly see why that's like a huge deal, but the other thing is how she acts like outside of movies, because she was somebody who wouldn't clap for like somebody who was going through like a sexual assault accusal, or however you say that, and so people are doing it because of that, and she wasn't clapping for somebody. Like I said, I researched this
not
I researched this like 2 minutes before the podcast. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, but like that's not really like the topic. I like something else. Like I guess that's something. I mean, that's a little like not really. That's just something else outside of Marvel. But I was
Okay.
like getting like all the stupid fucking advertisements they got going for this movie, saying she's a girl, she's better than Iron Man. Whoa.
And, you know, I haven't actually seen any of those yet. I saw the one in theaters a little while ago, I think. I mean, it was just like a regular old trailer.
It's like there's one where it's a summer built, some are like created in science labs. Summer girls. Whoa.
Summer girls.
But it's like they're making this huge deal over a female superhero.
Right.
You know, we have people like Scarlet Witch and Wonder Woman and who's the other Marvel one?
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Black
I almost
Widow,
said
yeah.
fucking Widowmaker. Jesus.
Widowmaker.
Window
Same
marker.
thing. Same thing.
Same
Like,
fucking
me
thing,
and
you
my
know?
roommate. Yeah, me and my roommate have been talking about this, and it's just like really ruining the point of this movie. It's not. They're making a movie seem to be just about that. It's a girl.
I think it's because I'm noticing something coming a lot more popular. Games and movies, I guess maybe books too, but I don't really fucking read, but they're trying to shift to be more political. Like if a game or a movie doesn't make like this big bold political statement, then it can't succeed. That seems to be what the industry thinks at the moment, and it's kind of stupid, because the whole point of games and movies is to be entertaining, and that's it. It's to take a break from your regular life and immerse yourself in like a totally different universe. And like to bring in like politics is just
It's ridiculous.
it's
It's getting,
ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah.
like what's next? Captain transgender, like Captain.
Oh hell
Captain-
yeah! Get me on
yeah.
that shit.
Captain Trent.
No,
Captain
honestly,
President.
Like, I won't be surprised that we'll see. Yeah, the Captain Female President. Like we're gonna see like a lot of these things coming later.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really shit, and it's gonna like receive a lot of hate.
Well,
probably.
yeah,
Like,
and
when's
I
that?
think it's just, and like, I think the reason this all came about is because they probably reached their cap for bringing in like new audience, as far as like the nerds and the geeks and all that sort of goes. Like, people who are into, like, superheroes, there's only so many of us. I fucking love superheroes. I'm a huge nerd. But, like, there's only so many of us, and they probably reached that point. But, of course, they need to keep making more money because that's their business model. And so they need to find a new audience. And so with all this comeuppance about, like, I don't know, political action and everything's bad, that kind of thing, like, making big bold statements to bring in that audience of extremists is like, I don't know, you know, is anything I'm saying making sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, the main point of it is that they're just trying to get every single person to like them.
Yeah, which is impossible.
They're just saying, if a woman's the main character, they're gonna push that to empower women, so that they think women will watch the movie because they feel empowered now.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, they sacrifice other things, like the integrity of the film, the actual plot point, because they're just pushing it to make the woman seem so strong, because they want to push women so far in the industry.
Yeah. And let's say they get their target audience. Who is their target audience for this sort of action? Like, if they're just going for somebody who just wants to watch a movie just because there's a woman in it, they're probably not going to enjoy the actual movie for its core. They're going to see that it's a woman playing, like, the main role once, be happy that it's a woman. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against Brie Larson playing Captain Marvel. I think that's cool, you know. I don't really care. If she does a good job, she does a good job. But
yeah,
when that person is satisfied with the that role, then they're not going to keep watching Marvel movies unless they keep making big bold statements, because they're not into like superheroes. Of course, I'm being very stereotypical here, but that's what marketing is all about. Is you find like this specific stereotype and you market towards that person.
Yeah, I'd have to see by that. They just gotta like stop doing everything they're doing and just focus on the story of it. It'll, like, if something's good, it'll bring people in.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're in such a sensitive era, which is weird to say, but we're in a very sensitive time where, like, people want to feel safe in certain situations. It doesn't apply to everyone, but, like, you know, for example, like transgender people, women that are like feel they're being oppressed, all that stuff. They want to feel like better.
Right.
Yeah. Which I like appreciate that they want to feel better, but like shoving this stuff in our face is a bit fucking.
It's just not the way to do it.
Yeah, I always say, okay, so I will respect absolutely everybody. Like, first things first, like, I will give you my respect, but if you do something to lose that respect, I'm not just going to respect you just because I feel like I have to. Like, if you're transgender or gay or anything like that and you come up to me and you're a nice person, I'm sure that we would get along just fine. But if you're coming up to me and saying, like, what you are doing is wrong, like the way you're living your life is wrong, like, or shoving something down my throat, like an ideology down my throat, like, why do I still need to respect you if you're not respecting me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a two-way street.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Privilege is a very weird topic.
It is. It's tough, and I didn't think we were gonna get into this on the first episode, but here we are.
Yeah, it's a pretty sensitive topic.
We wanted to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
It all leads together.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. Speaking of movies and politicalness and all that, what did Black Panther win at the Oscars? Was it Best Picture?
Best Picture, I think.
Okay, yeah. I watched Black Panther. It's a good movie. It's very enjoyable. It was by far not Best Picture this year. It won because of its politics, and that was like a primarily black cast, which again is fine, but you shouldn't judge how good a movie is just on its diversity. You should judge a movie on how good it is.
Yeah,
well, it's like on I guess it's kind of similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. The only reason it won all the awards it did is because of all the hype behind it, pushing it towards. It's kind of like the same deal where it shouldn't
Yeah.
have deserved the awards, but the only reason it got it is because of all the fan service, I guess.
I would say, okay, I played maybe 20 minutes of Red Dead. It was fun. As far as I understand, the story was really good, and that it was like, it was definitely deserving of a lot of the awards that it got. But I don't think, like, I've heard somewhere that it's like considered like the best video game of all time. I don't think it's that. I really don't think it's that.
No.
Oh no.
I don't know. Like, you can't just like decide one game as being the best of all time.
Yeah.
Especially after it just comes out, it has to stand for a long time, you know.
It literally just came out before the Game Awards.
Yeah, like you could argue shit like old games like Mario.
That was definitely on
64
purpose too.
would be the best of all time because like they're still being played to this day.
Yeah,
By, like literal thousands. So it's like you could argue that, but games cover certain genres, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just say one's the
Yeah,
best
exactly.
of all time.
Like one game might not be good to someone else, too. Like
You can
can't just
say it's like the best in its genre. That's fine, because you know by player base and votes and shit that can be.
You can say it's most popular even.
Yeah.
But
You can do that, but you can't say of all time.
Even I don't even know about that. I swear
well,
I would
just
say
by player base and sales numbers, you can say it's most popular, right?
okay, but looking at Red Dead now, where is it at this stage? Like that game was like all the rage for maybe a month or two,
Yeah.
and then everyone had already played the story, and the online I heard
online's
was
not
just
good.
awful.
It's not good.
And
There's
so-
not enough to do in it. It's just not good.
And
Yeah,
it's like
they
chock
could
full of.
fix it, but they aren't.
I mean,
right.
they could also fix Fallout 76, but it's
Yeah, but
there comes a exactly there comes a point where you've just pissed the player base off so much that you cannot come back from that. Like you can't.
There's just like no replayability in Red Dead. Like,
yeah, it's
the
you
game
got
is
one
great.
story, you're gonna do it, and that's it. You're not gonna play the story over and over again.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so let's look at
Some
this.
people might.
If there were different
I'll
endings,
base
maybe
this off of
like maybe if there are different
I'll look
endings
at
you could
Twitch
do,
here.
But you know, other than that, no replayability really.
well, does Red Dead have DLCs coming out?
Not single player,
really.
as far as I know.
I heard that there was talks of one, but like no confirmation or anything.
Oh, our master in the chat is saying that there are different endings for Red Dead. I wasn't aware of
That's
that.
true.
Oh, there are different
There's
endings?
only like 3 though, or 2. or
Okay,
3.
I mean, well, okay, that definitely that is
Not bad.
better.
That's a normal thing for games.
Well, like, how do you
Yeah.
get
The
them, though?
endings are like at the end of the game. You pick. There's a
Single player.
like a what's it called? Like a dialogue, and you pick one of 2 options, and that's the ending you get. Like the whole game doesn't really have. To
Oh,
do with
okay.
it.
So
that how it
it's
is?
not like your actions
No,
during
like-
the game
Like,
will like
there's like a morality type deal for the whole game, right?
yes, yeah.
That has nothing to do with the ending that you get.
See, and that's a waste of a mechanic, honestly.
I mean, our master's saying that it's based on your honor as well.
No, because well, I mean, I guess maybe, but the endings that I got, you either pick this one or that one, and that's it.
Huh.
Which is yeah.
But also, I think it's like also way too long of a game to replay for just an ending, in my opinion. Like, I would not do that game again for just an ending.
How long did the game like? How many hours do you think the game took you to beat?
Well, I don't even know.
I don't own the game, but I've seen a lot of the game,
Yeah.
and I've heard it take people like hundreds of hours.
If
I
you
don't-
like, depends. Like, do you mean beating the main story or 100%ing the
Like,
game?
I would say
I would say
beating the story, like on average.
I would say like a casual
The
player going to the
story?
first time would do some side quests, just out of
Yeah.
boredom, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
So like probably an average amount of side quests, and then like the main
a little
storyline.
bit of free roaming here and there type stuff.
There's a website called How Long to Beat, and I'm just gonna check it. So the main story apparently takes roughly 18 hours. Main and extras is 28 hours. So completionist takes 46 and a half
I was gonna
hours.
say about 40 hours.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about the first or the second for Red Dead?
Second.
Oh Jesus! I'm looking at the first one. My
Yeah,
bad.
dude, I'm looking at the second.
Wow.
How long to beat, and the average is 50 hours, well 45 hours, and then
Yeah.
for completionist it's 152 hours.
Yeah.
So like, it depends what you're trying to do, really, because there's a lot to do in the single player. Like, there's so many interactions that you can get just traveling around on foot and on your horse or whatever. So.
But like just the fact that the rushed thing for single player main story is 31 hours just to beat the story rushed is like pretty insane to me.
That is a very long story. So I do understand why they didn't have like multiple ending, because can you imagine having like let's take Until Dawn for instance, where every single decision that you make impacts like the ending, and there's like a bajillion different outcomes, and that has like huge replayability. Can you imagine having that amount of like decision making in Red Dead? Like the game wouldn't even be done in like 15 years.
Yeah, I think games should like branch off in stories more.
Takes a lot though for that.
I think games should be finished when they come out more.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, actually, I mean,
It's a big thing with games nowadays.
It is, and I think that's
And it's so bad.
I think that's a big reason why people fell in love with Apex immediately, because it shipped not only like bugless, but just like everything was pretty.
I would say bugless.
Sorry,
I would say
Yeah.
near
I
bugless.
shouldn't near bugless. Like
I don't think there's anything that ships bugless. There's there's almost no way to do
at,
that.
Well,
oh, as a speedrunner, I can tell you every game can be broken. Every single game can be
Exactly.
broken.
Is these hide and sneak can't fuck
Yeah,
you.
you broke it. It's not.
No,
There's no out of bounds, but you still broke it.
I didn't break it. It's still
broken.
fully fixed.
You beat the game in like 30 minutes. That's
That sounds pretty broken to me.
Fair enough.
Red
Fine.
Dead's
Coming from an
pretty
outside point of
popular
view.
on Twitch, too.
Well, yeah, it's not a fun game to watch by any means. I would
No.
never watch somebody play that game. Even if I didn't have it, I might watch them play it once. But I wouldn't watch it live. I would watch like a YouTube video on it, if anything, right? Just to get like the main story, to see what it's about, and then I'd be done with it. And if you do
I
that,
wouldn't mind
honestly,
watching it live. The only good videos you can skip forward through all the boring bullshit.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
and you don't have
Cleaning
to
up
worry
your horse,
about.
brushing your horse's teeth, cleaning up the horse's ass. What you do in the game.
That
keep
is a
in
big
mind,
part of it.
Cruz is somebody who skips the cutscenes in pretty much every single game he plays,
All right, Chris,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to talk to
Except
you.
for
now.
Red Dead.
except for Red Dead.
Red Dead.
Except for
I
Red
watched
Dead.
every cutscene. I did every side mission in that game, and I'm not a story person. I'm a multiplayer person. Like,
Yeah.
but that game was so much fun to play.
But do you think it should have been considered like the best game of all time?
I think maybe not all time. Definitely game of the year considered. Maybe not like it didn't win, but like I think it was
I don't know
better
what game
than.
of the year.
I mean, I
didn't
personally think
play-
it was. I think it
I
was
didn't play
definitely
God
like a
of War.
good.
But from what I saw about God of War, I would say Red Dead was better than it. Again,
Mm.
I didn't play God of War, so I don't know. But
Yeah, I would say it was like Red Dead was definitely a good candidate for it.
exactly,
I
it definitely
yeah.
deserved a candidate.
I
but
wouldn't say
again,
it didn't
winning, I don't know.
deserve. I wouldn't say it didn't deserve Game of the Year. I would say, however, some of the other awards that it got at the Game Awards that I was watching, I was like that's ridiculous. Like I think Arthur Morgan, like the voice actor for Arthur Morgan, got Best Actor, and they had like Best Art Direction, I think. And there was like
I
a
mean,
few others where I was
Arthur
like,
Morgan's actor did a really good job.
he did a good job, but also, oh god, what's his name? The main guy from Detroit Become Human.
I don't know that game.
Personally, I think that was Connor. Well, that's the
Characters.
character's name. But anyway,
I mean, to be fair, if that game should have got Game of the Year, what should have, in your guys' opinion?
Wait, if what game didn't? Because
like if Red Dead. Oh god, wait.
Well,
God
God
of War
like
nominations, I
Red Dead,
mean.
it wasn't even like out for
Yeah.
that long when they gave him that award.
Like,
That's like
nominations in
another
gen-
big problem with
what game would you say is Game of the Year worthy of 2018?
Oh god,
Because
you're asking
one
too
won
much of
it?
my memory here.
which one won it? Was it God of War?
it was God of War, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think God of War.
I think God of War was
I-
definitely a good candidate, for sure.
I think Monster Hunter could have took it.
No,
That I didn't play that one, but I did hear a lot of good things about it.
I didn't like it.
I
Are
hated
you-
the online. Like the game was great, but the online sucked major.
The
every
online's
day.
terrible. The story, I didn't get through it because I just didn't enjoy it. But yeah, the online thing, the whole aspect of it was just not good. I didn't like it.
And I just wish it was better online, and it would be like a perfect game in my opinion. I think God of War was good though because like it came back after such a long hiatus, which is such a great return.
That's true.
Cause it's been hella long since the last God of War game.
Hella long.
It's
I
just
think it
like
was
They call me.
same case as Kingdom Hearts, just different
Same
results.
case as Red Dead.
Don't get me fucking started on Kingdom Hearts, please.
Red
No,
Dead's first
please.
game was so
Please,
long-
let's
so
get you
long
started
ago.
on Kingdom Hearts.
Game is fucking shit. Okay, first of all, there are side games to Kingdom Hearts. Like, there's been releases like plenty of times over the years.
Yeah, as someone who's like, I don't think I've ever touched a Kingdom Hearts game. I've definitely seen it before, and of course I'm familiar with the name, but I couldn't tell you any of the names of like the games other than I assume 1, 2, and 3.
Yep. And Kingdom Hearts 2 is a big letdown. Like, it's been waiting like I think 14 or so years for it, and like they cut every Final Fantasy character from the game.
Wow.
Like, basically they were a big part. Like they're like half the story, right?
Right.
Final Fantasy characters, and they felt like they no longer needed to use them as a clutch anymore. You know, when the series is new, they needed a crutch to go on. So they used those. So then when they got big, they said, "Oh, we don't need them anymore." But they became part of the story, right?
Right, and then so to just like remove it,
To
it
just
doesn't
to
really
just
make
like
much
fuck them
sense.
off, just kind of like ruin the whole game.
Now, was it like? So okay? I'm very, very unfamiliar with all of this, but maybe was it like a rights issue? Do they own the rights to the Final Fantasy characters?
Square Enix owns the rights to Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, so it wasn't anything to do with
So they
that.
did
It was
just-
just like,
It was just like, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
But they did, because Kingdom Hearts is kind of shit.
I did hear a lot about how it was like disappointing. Not that it was like a bad game, but just to wait 14, what was it, 14 years?
About that.
Yeah, to
It was
wait like
good.
14 years and have like an okay game is like, I can see
If-
why the fan base is a little
Like,
bit triggered.
if that was a side game, fine. I'll let it be. But it's a main series game.
Right.
That's the problem. So like when that happens, that's what created all the shit.
I'm surprised. Like, I did hear about it, but I didn't hear as much about it as like I think I would have expected after like 14 years of like expectation. Like, for instance, like the huge backlash on Fallout 76 after waiting only like just a few years from Fallout 4. Everyone was like stupid upset because of just how awful it was.
I mean, when was that announced though? Just like curious.
Fallout 76, I
Yeah.
believe last summer, and then it was like 5-6 months until it was
Kingdom
released.
Hearts 3 was announced 5 years ago.
Okay.
It kind of just like I kind of forgot about it until I heard it was coming out again.
Right, and
Right.
so, okay. Because I guess the difference between those two cases then would be that Fallout 76 had like a mainstream appeal when it was being marketed, and then Kingdom Hearts being revealed 5 years earlier lost its mainstream appeal probably after about a year or so, and then it would just be
We
the
just wait at that
hardcore
point.
fans.
Yeah,
Revealing a game 5 years, like,
that's ambitious.
that's ambitious. Although I guess Cyberpunk 2077 was 6 years ago now, I think, was revealed. Although it wasn't much of anything other than just like a cinematic.
Yeah, I don't know. Games are poo.
I am
Final verdict. Games are poo.
Final verdict. Games are approved. Thanks for coming to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. Okay, so I am a huge RPG fan, mostly like Fallout and Skyrim and stuff, and I wanted to see what you guys thought about the upcoming Outer Worlds, which is like done by Obsidian, who was the original owners of the Fallout franchise until Bethesda bought it out in just before Fallout 3.
What is it called again?
The Outer Worlds. You must have seen something on it. I'm pretty sure the trailer was at
I think I
the
saw
first
it at
trailer
the
was at the
Game
Game
Awards.
Awards. Yeah. It's
It
like
looks
like-
wacky,
Oh.
dark humor, like
Yeah.
crazy dialogue options, and like multiple
The art
endings. Like how we were
style
talking, yeah, multiple endings. How like we were talking about earlier, how like all like the choices in game will like affect your end game. That's what this is about. It's not open world. It's all like choices that you make during this like linear universe, and then you have like I don't even know, like it said like a lot of endings.
It reminds me of
Yeah.
Borderlands when I see it. Like
I can
it's
see
like
that.
It's just a colorful game. Like I like
Oh,
when
yeah.
shooters go out of their way,
The
colors
are pretty.
yeah, to not be that
Wow.
generic fucking Battlefield, Warzone, shooter bullshit with the camouflage. I like when they go out and actually do different things.
Right.
It makes it way more interesting. And also because I have shit eyes, a lot of like colorful visual clarity for me is like perfect.
Right.
Kind of looks like Apex.
You think
It
so?
kinda does.
Like the
Yeah.
graphic style?
Watch
Just like the art style and stuff, right?
the art style and like the map, like it's on the art style too, and design style.
Here, let's take a look.
Some spots, not the whole thing.
I don't know. When does it come out though?
It does
There
look-
was a leak a little while ago where, yeah, they were saying August 6th, but
Oh, this guy has a fucking fire scythe. What the fuck?
Those monsters look cool. Like
You
the
gotta put your bubbles up,
creatures
man.
and stuff.
the bubbles. Yeah, I'll attempt to.
Oh, I guess we can't do that anymore, really. I thought you had it set up for that.
Scrub.
No, I got it.
Fucking loser.
There we go.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, where am I, dude? Oh, there I am.
there.
It
It is.
in the
Yeah,
top
wow.
middle.
It's been a while since I watched this. It is like
I mean, no.
very, very pretty.
It does look nice. It looks fun.
This part here reminds me a lot about Fallout, and then like other characters. I don't know why. I'm thinking of like Destiny. All the
I could
like
definitely
characters
see
and
that.
guns and
Yeah.
stuff.
I think it's that robot-looking character that he just
Yeah.
with one eye or whatever.
Destiny was like a really good game. Speaking of that,
Destiny 1 or
Had a lot-
Destiny
it had
2?
a lot of
one.
Oh,
Destiny 1 was like really good, and I heard Destiny 2 was fucking awful.
So
no,
here's
Destiny 2 has a lot of good stuff.
here's what I heard. Destiny 1, well, okay, so Destiny 1, I played it in the beta way back on the Xbox 360, and I was like, oh my god, this game's amazing. I'm definitely buying this game. When it came to...
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah, and then, did you even buy the game? Because
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh, okay. Well,
No, I didn't buy it.
that's a little... I was like so hyped about it during the beta, and then when launch time came, I think it was like a little while after, I was like, eh. And then I wasn't really interested in it for like the duration of its life.
I literally went right from school, went and bought that game, went home, played it.
And okay, so what was your take on it?
I played it for, I don't know, I think I like beat the story with a couple friends, and then like the rating and all this like DLC came out, and I was like, yeah, not for me. Like,
Yeah.
pass.
And then, so Destiny 1, as far as I'm aware, was quite the success. And then when Destiny 2 came along, of course, who is
I
it?
think
Is
there's
it EA or
people were just sick of it, I think.
Activision? Is it under Activision? Because
Yeah, it's Activision, I think.
yeah, so Activision,
Destiny?
yeah,
Yeah, the
Definitely is, 'cause it's
For
not
Destiny
bad on
2.
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Activision wanted to make as much money on it as possible because they wanted to have, I think it was a series of 4 Destiny games, and then they were going to treat them as games as services and get the most money out of microtransactions as possible. And so
Sounds about right.
Bungie was doing what they can to make a good game, and then Activision was just kind of like, no, like, yeah. And because
That's what
they
they
just,
do.
they wanted them to work on like future games and microtransactions
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
Whereas Bungie was just like, we want to extend the life of just this one. And then that's why Bungie and Activision did the split. And now, as far as the last I heard, they are just going to be making like DLCs for Destiny 2 for the foreseeable future.
Right.
Because that's what they want, is like a
Long-lasting game.
long-lasting game where they're not squeezing like the most amount of money out of a customer as possible by like
Which
introduce
is
like,
definitely an Activision thing.
which is definitely an Activision thing.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
like,
pretty scum.
did you hear that? Like, the people are trying that they want the CEO of Activision to resign.
Okay.
Really bad.
I don't like Activision, but that's
That's
just
a bit much.
ridiculous.
Well, you know what apparently he said this. He
The
said
CEO?
he wants to take the fun out of making games.
Why would you
He
ever-
said that?
Apparently, that's what I
Is
saw.
there
in the
like a
article.
like?
I've
how-
seen that in
like,
a
can you
couple of videos. and
confirm that he
articles.
said that? Like, how do they know? Like,
Yeah.
say it to them? Because if he did, that's a silly mistake.
That's a
I know.
fucking-
I wonder,
I've
like,
seen that in a lot of videos, and like if you search it up, if you really search up that quote,
Yeah.
comes up a lot of like
Oh, no doubt.
news articles and stuff on it. I don't think he would have said that per se. There's no way, because
Like, that doesn't make sense.
he would have been.
From a business standpoint, that makes no sense.
Just
Yeah.
fucking just tweets it.
From an anything standpoint, that doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
He just tweets it, yeah.
Just fucking 3
like
a.m.
Unless it's a tweet. Tweets are fine.
That's like if Trump tweeted, "I want to take the fun out of being alive," you know, of being an American.
He kind of
citizen.
did, like, you know.
I want to take the freedom out of America.
Every
Yeah.
every tweet does hints at that. So basically,
I'm trying to figure out if this is like legit. Everywhere
I
is
don't think
talking
he
about
actually.
it.
Everywhere talks about it. It's like he did say it, but like.
Like, is it someone saying he said it, or like?
That's so
'Cause-
like you have to be
But you-
so stupid.
Like, I know it originated from like a report from Activision that like someone went and like talked to him about it, and then like everyone's been blowing it up, and I've seen it in so many videos, so many like online reports and stuff, and it's fucking ridiculous. If he said that, then like definitely he should not be the CEO. I think he should be gonzo.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus,
That
he's
I can see.
such
Okay.
He's such a penny pincher. It's ridiculous.
Well, and that's the thing. Like as I mentioned earlier, like not even just games, but games and movies, they're trying to just please investors, and investors are never happy unless you are making constant growth, and that constant growth isn't even possible because eventually that bubble is going to burst. There's just you can only take so much. Like there's
Yeah,
only
you can
so
only
many
do so
people
much
to
in
play your
games.
game, and there's only so many people that can afford to dump this money into your game. Like
I mean, like, with people making money in games, it's actually really funny how like the top grossing games in pay are all the free games.
Mhm.
Because, like-
yeah.
Like for example, like Apex. Does Apex have microtransactions yet?
Yes.
Yeah, but
It
they're
has,
fairly
like, things you can
non-intrusive.
buy.
And I know like Fortnite, League of Legends.
It's basically the same as Fortnite, except there's
Yeah.
no like
There's no
battle
pass.
pass yet. There probably
Yeah.
will be.
Oh, I think they already confirmed.
It's
that there
EA. They are definitely gonna add something.
Actually,
Make it not
who
look
is
as
it?
What game
bad.
Respawn?
started that whole thing anyway?
Respawn
Pass.
actually said EA will not touch this game. They're their publisher, and they do not have any decisions in the game. That's what I don't know
That's why everyone loves
the
it.
top
They're like,
the
"Oh,
top
man."
dog at Respawn said.
Damn.
Yeah.
Until they stop
That's-
giving their company money.
I don't think.
No, they probably signed an agreement saying like you'll publish this game and that is it. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, EA won't drop it. It's probably making them a fuck ton.
Oh yeah. Like EA is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard
Yeah.
place there, because they want to make the money that it's currently
All the
making, but they also want to make more money. But I assume
The money.
between like with the contract that they signed, they're not going to be able to, which is
There's no-
good.
yeah,
It's
which is nice.
very good for us.
They're gonna sell some merch, boys.
Because Apex is fun. I mean, I don't see any harm in selling Apex merch. There's certain monetization tactics that are somewhat acceptable, in my opinion. Like, especially when it comes to a free game. I have no problem with how Apex's monetization is at the moment. Like, with just purely cosmetic.
I mean, as long as it just stays cosmetic, it's fine. I think people can add anything they want to a game if it's cosmetic. No one should really complain about that.
Can cost whatever
Yeah.
they want to. I think. The problem is where it comes in loot boxes with the cost.
Yeah, that's because like you're just gambling at that point. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I don't know how soon, but I'm pretty sure loot boxes are gonna have some really, really strict rules, if not
no way
like
they
being
Did you
like
hear a
taken
thing in
out.
China like a while back with loot boxes? How
No?
like they legally have to like tell the person what's in the loot box, not
Yeah.
but like not before you open it, but like what you can get, what the odds of getting each thing are.
Makes sense. They should have that. That's
I
a
mean,
smart
I
thing to
think-
do, so everyone knows like this is what you're getting into,
Yeah,
and it's your decision. You don't have to buy this.
like CS:GO kind of does that. Like it tells you what's in the
It
box.
tells you what's in it, yeah, but it doesn't tell you
But
that you have
not-
like a
not the
.001 chance of getting a knife.
Yeah,
but-
and
but China's,
it
like,
literally
locking
is something
down on
like that. I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know about .001, but it is like 0.2 or something % chance. It's like
Yeah,
stupid.
like that's nothing.
Speaking of loot boxes, I think Overwatch has like the best ones.
I don't mind Overwatches, although I will say, like, it does suck having loot boxes in like a paid game.
Yeah.
You can get the loot boxes once every level, and
Eventually
it's
levels
like,
stop coming so fast though. Like,
I mean, yeah, but it
Don't
takes
they
a
reset
while.
every tier though? Like every 100, don't they reset?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
still,
like prestige.
Like getting to level 30 takes like a long time.
It does.
And that's what you have to do to get to competitive. But yeah, like it takes a long time.
Yeah, I personally don't mind Overwatch's loot boxes. Our master in the chat says the UK might ban loot boxes since it's involving underage people in gambling. Yeah,
Exactly,
I
that
would
makes
not be
sense.
surprised. I really would not.
It's honestly a smart thing to do because it's literally what it is gambling.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would Overwatch do in the UK then? I'm curious.
They probably would
Either
have
just
a different
take it
version,
out.
maybe. Yeah,
They
like,
could
or
probably-
take it out in, like all together maybe.
Number one, they would either take it out, or number two, they would make it so you can't buy currency, and then it's just you can only get the loot boxes through gameplay. Which when a game does that, I'm fine with that as well.
Yeah.
If you cannot pay for it, and you only do it in game, that's fine. Although, please, for fuck's sake, make getting things like decently challenging, but
not
not
easy,
stupid
but not,
grind.
like, 20 hours for a loot box type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's that when fucking games do like that, like GTA 5, the grind. I mean, there's no loot boxes in GTA 5, but
Which money
everything,
you can do
yeah,
And for anything.
grinding for absolutely anything is just a stupid grind. Like, what is it? Everybody used to do like the rooftop rumble,
Yep.
thing, and you would get like
Over and over.
$20,000-$30,000. And then it was, at the time, it was like $1 million or maybe a couple $1 million for the most expensive car. But now,
It was $1 million or like just above. Yeah.
now they have like every new car they come out with, like in the newest updates, is like $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 million.
That's
And
not true.
what do you mean? Yes, it is. I
No,
looked.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
There's no car for $9 million. I'm telling you that right now.
Are you sure about that?
I
So-
played the game yesterday.
Okay.
Boys,
Okay. Well,
we
I
have
stand
Google.
corrected then.
We have Google.
There's a plane for 10 million and a helicopter for 10 million because they're gold.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's gold, like, of course.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Gold.
I'm saying like they're right. Like, how do you not make it 10 million?
Yeah.
And
But also,
champagne in the back, so there's that.
yeah, and also like they say like
you
they
go-
have like free DLC, but then everything's still locked behind a paywall because you need like I don't know, for the facility it was like
Oh yeah.
a
Those
stupid
get
amount,
expensive.
like millions of dollars. 18.9. Dangerous is sending a link in chat. I'm gonna read.
We're not
Gotta
talking about real cars.
Yeah, we're not
Most
talking about real cars.
expensive.
No, there's no real cars for $9 million.
Looks like the most expensive
This real car
vehicle
here.
in GTA is 10 million.
Which is the
That's,
helicopter and plane, right?
It's the deluxe plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, which honestly,
That's
like,
the plane.
you're stupid if you
Most
buy that.
expensive helicopter is 5 million.
Which is the golden helicopter.
Yeah. But either way, you can't
Batmobile's
deny that
4 million.
over time they have definitely increased the prices,
Oh, no
and
doubt about that.
they have quote unquote increased the amount of money that you can get.
It's not
But
the
it's not
same
enough.
thing.
It's not enough.
It's
it's
not
like-
comparable.
Yeah. It's like let's say you get like a promotion at work, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna triple your pay, but also you owe us 4 times the amount in taxes. Like,
Might as well.
it's ridiculous. I don't play GTA anymore.
Just do tax evasion, dummy.
Silly. What do you even
I
think?
feel
Forehead?
I feel
Who
I
even
should
pays
get paid
taxes anymore?
You just dodge
waiting
them,
for the
dummy.
loading screen.
Oh my god. How are the loading screens in Red Dead Online, out of curiosity?
There's not too many of them, honestly.
Is the map bigger?
Oh, that's kind of neat.
It's pretty big. Like, there's like all of the old map, and I think they added just like a whole bunch in the top right corner and stuff. Also, it feels a lot bigger just because you don't have a fucking car that has a rocket on the back, you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you've got
because you're
you've
not-
got a horse.
You're in a
like,
feckin'
Shitty
horse.
little $9 million horse. And
yeah, and like so like it feels a lot bigger. So there's that, but and it is a big map. Like, no no complaints about that. But
What, did you GTA?
No, and the map looks amazing. Like,
it really does. And if you can get it on an Xbox One X with a 4K TV, the game looks unreal. But like, not a lot of people can do that. So.
I mean, the future.
And it still looks good if you don't do that, but it just looks so much better if you do.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Damn.
Jake has one.
Lucky bastard.
He also literally one day I was playing with him and he's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna go buy a monitor. I'll be right back." Comes back with a $500 monitor for his Xbox.
Holy
like,
shit.
What the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, I kind of did that, but it was not $500. I bought like a cheap one.
But like, yeah, like,
Oh,
well,
so
he
it's a
doesn't
bit
go to
different.
post-secondary at the moment, so and he just works, so he's got all this money, right?
Yeah.
nah,
lives
man,
at
you gotta
home.
go post-secondary, get that OSAP.
He's just in high school right now.
Well,
though.
he's not in high. He just graduated last year, so it's like taking a year off. He took a year off.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's made a bunch of money, and like he lives at home, doesn't pay groceries, doesn't pay rent. So
Yeah,
like he's like just pure profit. So the guy just goes out and buys a $500 monitor. Like,
Might as well, Mr.
what a
Moneybag.
dick. Fucking, and then like an Xbox One X after that, or just before that, or something like that.
Damn.
It was crazy.
I wish I could do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because our other friend won one. Like, you know those Dorito bags that you're like, oh, you could
Yeah.
win whatever. He won an Xbox One X off of something like
What
that.
the fuck?
Damn.
So Jake's like, I want one. So he's like, I'll just buy it. He did. Everyone's like, what?
Personally, I don't understand. I mean, I understand the appeal, I guess, but I don't understand, like, if you have an Xbox One and it works, and you can play all the same games, like, why get the Xbox
but
One X?
Why would you upgrade your computer if it runs all your games? Just
I mean,
because
that's
it
true.
looks better. Because it
I-
looks nicer and it looks cooler.
Yeah,
To be fair, I wouldn't do that.
It's the same thing. It's just not as customizable. Like, you have to get the whole
Yeah.
console.
I understand it, I guess.
Isn't there also like an FPS increase or something? Isn't the original
I
Xbox
don't-
One
I
just
don't
like
know.
30?
I think
I
maybe
think it's
for some
60.
games.
I think it's 60.
Most games, I think, run at 60, even on the original Xbox One.
Yeah. Like, I have a regular Xbox One, and it runs games at 60 as far as I know and can tell.
It does drop sometimes. I have seen it.
It does drop
sometimes.
sometimes, that's true. Especially
God.
when COD came out, Black Ops 4, playing Blackout, it was unplayable. Just because, like, the frame drops was, like, they were crazy.
Yeah, I remember trying to play The Witcher 3 on the PS4. It's just the regular PS4. And literally it goes to like 10 FPS. It's like, how can you ship a game like this? Like, what? I mean,
What?
not that it's probably not CG Projekt Red's fault, because they are honestly a fantastic company and I'm sure they did their best. But like, just don't put the game on the PlayStation at all if that's how it runs. Like, it's, oh god, it's just awful.
Have
10
you seen
FPS
that
is,
one
I'm pretty
video
sure, a
of,
slideshow.
Have you seen that one video of, like the Xbox One PUBG like FPS just like fucking crashing?
No.
Wow.
Here, look at this shit real quick.
Oh, I did play PUBG on the Xbox
Straight
One
up
though,
trash.
and it was
Oh,
fucking.
PUBG on the Xbox One is terrible. It's not even, like, almost fun to play. Like, it's so bad.
Well, it's better
It
now.
doesn't work. or
Is it better
didn't
now?
remind me of it.
I have
Yeah,
not
it's
heard
not
about
optimized.
PUBG on the Xbox One. Why am I getting 2 YouTube ads? Fuck off.
I'm telling you, man, YouTube's fucked.
Some
Yeah,
dumb shit.
they're like doubling down,
Do you know what the time code is for this?
like the whole fucking thing.
Oh my god, look at
Oh
that
my
frame
God.
rate. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
It's
Yeah.
it's so fucking bad.
What the fuck?
That's no
Look at
way.
that, eh?
Oh my god. You, like,
Fucking-
how... If your
Blue
game is
old
like
car.
this, just don't put it out.
Delete it.
Like,
Just throw it in the garbage.
just stop. Just stop.
Stop
Give
it.
up.
Get some help.
Fucking Blue
Oh my
Hole
God.
Corporation.
Crazy shit, man.
Or like what's it called, the wrestling games WWE. The
I don't
2019 one is not in the Switch yet because they can't figure out how to make it like run on it. 'Cause,
I
like,
mean, yeah.
it runs pretty shit, the 2K18 one, and it like crashes every other few minutes.
So they're holding back until they can figure out a way to do it, or they just won't ship it?
They just won't ship it because it's just
See,
not.
that's what you should do.
If I
Don't
can't
ship
play
a
in
broken
WWE,
game.
WWE, I don't want the console.
Yeah, obviously.
If I can't play
There's
my
nothing
favorite wrestler,
else.
John Cena.
Is
If
that
I
your...
can't play John Cena.
Ah! Does
Why else
does
would you
WWE
want that?
does WWE even have like a mainstream appeal anymore? I don't think I've heard
Does it have
about
a what?
like a mainstream appeal. Like I'm sure that there's a cult following that.
A lot of people watch it actually.
Yeah, dude,
There's a huge WWE thing.
yeah,
Really?
it's still
It's
like
quite
way
popular.
big. They still sell every single show they do.
Hmm.
I just
Wild,
don't.
man. Wild.
I just can't get into it anymore. It's just
I used to
not
love
good.
that shit.
Everything that I've seen that's been put on the Nintendo Switch so far has been kind of amazing for how they've like ported it. Like Wolfenstein 2 and Doom run pretty fucking good considering the hardware.
Oh, dude, did you hear about the Resident Evil 7 thing on the Switch?
No.
So like, you know how it's a very intensive game for like graphics and shit.
Um,
So-
I believe
Now
it.
Like,
Yeah.
for the PS4 and shit.
Yeah.
So like, basically on the Switch, instead of downgrading everything, you need to have online to play it, and it streams the game to your console.
Oh
And
yeah.
you play it like that.
Yeah, I heard that they're bringing like Xbox Game Pass to the Switch,
Yeah.
and then they're just gonna like stream it, which is awesome.
Pretty cool. That's
Although-
actually really cool.
Yeah, the only thing that I can see being kind of an issue with that is the people that mostly use their Switch on the go, and they're not always connected to the internet.
Well, my big problem with it is that like, if you buy the game right and then you stream it,
Yeah.
you don't own it forever anymore. You
So-
only own it until the online goes away.
Yeah, but honestly, I think that's the way the gaming industry is going to go in like the next 10 years or so. You're not going to pay a flat price for each game. You're going to pay for a subscription service that allows you access to games, because that's the way TV went, and games are going to be like just the same. I'm almost positive in the next like 10 years from now, you will not be able to buy a game flat out. Everything will be subscriptions. Everything will be
fucking
subscriptions.
wild, dude. Netflix for games.
I mean, they already have Origin Access, Xbox
Yeah,
Game
that's
Pass.
that's Origin though. Like,
Yeah.
just
Well, it's the
Different
same
cam, it's
concept, though.
different.
But I think everything's gonna be like that, and I think I'm okay with that.
I mean, I like
Unless it's
buying-
really garbage.
Yeah, unless it sucks.
It depends on the games,
I mean,
right?
yeah, it depends on the games, but like the idea of the service itself, where it's like a subscription-based service, like I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Origin Access, I fucking hate EA, but honestly, Origin Access for $5 a month is a hell of a deal.
Do you have that?
Yeah, I do.
How much do you spend a month on like monthly payment shit?
I have
a lot.
Origin Access, Spotify, Humble Bundle,
Twitch subs.
my phone. I mean, that's not like a monthly thing. Like, I don't have any like ones that I continue every month.
Don't you have me, or do you not doing that?
Oh yeah, I do. That's true. No, fuck you.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, bitch. Get out of here.
I don't think I have any like monthly things besides Spotify.
I mean,
Yeah,
do you
just
pay for your
Spotify.
phone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. But like
I would
monthly
say-
services that are like, I think a phone's pretty like
Standard.
necessary. Like you
Yeah.
almost can't not have a phone. Like it'd be really tough to get by without a phone.
It would be, for sure.
Not that it's impossible, but it's just
Annoying.
I have a buddy in my class that uses a fucking flip phone.
I mean,
Really?
that's still a
Nah,
phone
dude.
at least.
that's
That's-
OG.
and-
That's just sketchy.
You talking
And
shit?
And when he fucking like we have to every Friday we do, or not Friday, every Thursday maybe we do online quizzes that get graded. So the teacher has to bring a fucking iPad for him.
Oh my
Can do
god,
it.
that's funny.
He's like some shitty fucking Nokia.
That's hilarious.
That thing will be
Hey,
around forever. Though.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
he'll be on his fucking deathbed,
He's had
Jerking-
that bitch since day one probably.
jerking to Nokia
And it's
porn.
not like he's old. He's our age. So like everyone looks at him as like, oh jeez, look at this guy.
You weirdo.
You fucking weird dude. He's still hot though, but he's weird.
He's
Yeah.
still hot though.
Well, like,
Yeah, I'd suck that weirdo dick.
Oh no.
I bet he's got a weird dick, but it's.
I'd go sicko mode.
Oh my god.
Sicko
Dicko
mode.
mode.
I bet it curves the end. I bet it does.
Yeah, if I had to guess,
God.
I mean, I'm gonna guess.
Wait, isn't that what everyone dicks look like?
Hold up. Go back a
Pause.
little bit. Look, I was gonna say
So-
something, forgot now. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I keep like thinking of like things to say and then
Write it
we
down,
move on
silly.
to another topic.
Hey, you know, you could use your cell phone that you pay for.
Oh my
Use
god,
my-
that's true.
Oh,
Oh,
Dream
I know
journal.
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say just because
Dream.
I only pay $30 a month for my cell phone bill, and most people
That's great.
pay like 3 times that price. So I may have like a good amount of like subscription services that I pay for, but also I pay like a lot
Probably
less
less
for
in subscription fees. You just have more.
in total I probably pay less than most people do per month.
I pay like $5 a month.
For your phone.
Yeah.
No, my phone, it's in a family house. My grandma covers it with my OSAT money that she
Oh,
has.
nice.
Because I gave it to her.
Damn, she stole your OSAT money? That's so rude.
That's so rude of her.
That's so rude. Badass grandma stealing OSAT money. I love it.
It's mine.
So,
I couldn't trust myself with all that money, to be honest. I'm irresponsible as fuck right now.
Right
Like,
now,
fuck
bro.
that.
I've been irresponsible.
It's my whole
I'd like-
life.
I'd be homeless if I did like spend my money. It would
True.
be pretty feels bad.
Did you have a topic, Jay? Were you gonna say something?
well, I kind of just thought about this. Is that kind of going way back to the whole Captain Marvel shit?
Mhm.
I don't even want to like. The only reason I want to see it is to see the end scene and Stan Lee's cameo.
Last cameo, yeah. Is that his
Oh,
last?
yeah.
Last,
Okay,
second
so-
last.
Speaking of
Apparently
fucking Stan Lee, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. We'll talk about it
Oh
after.
yeah, I guess we can
Yeah.
go about that. Yeah, is apparently it's like they have a pretty big tribute to it too to him.
Well,
That's
that's
the only
nice.
reason why I wanna
I
see
would
it.
hope so.
I
But
yeah.
I'm not paying to see the movie, so you can go.
I'll
we can go into the next
probably
thing.
I'd probably still
I'm
see it in the theater.
I'm almost guaranteeing that I'm probably gonna go see it in the theaters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
see.
Just because I love all Marvel movies.
I think
They're
it's
I
still
love
gonna
Marvel
be
too,
a good movie.
But it's just like I don't
And
know.
honestly, I think it's gonna be a good movie. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, just because there's a girl as the lead, that doesn't make it a bad movie.
No.
Oh,
not at
no
all.
one said
I
that.
don't know what you're talking
I mean,
about.
I think people
Obviously
did,
the only
honestly.
character.
A lot of people are
A
like,
lot
oh,
of people,
she
yeah.
can't be Captain Marvel, but for
She's
whatever
no- she's
reason.
no dick.
Yeah.
Well, like the one thing, another. Well, we can kind of move this into the next thing we want to talk about is that I don't think Stan Lee liked Captain Marvel as well because he doesn't like superheroes like that. He
Oh,
doesn't
They're
like
just all
superheroes that.
powerful. He
that-
wants
well,
them to have
he-
like a weakness, you mean?
Well, no,
I'm
like
pretty sure I heard
he
that.
talked about this in an interview. How I think he was talking about Superman.
Mhm.
How Superman doesn't like make
Yeah,
sense.
he can't be beaten, kind of thing.
Well, like the reason why Stanley gave, so say Thor, the only reason Thor can fly is because he fucking throws his hammer and uses the propulsion from the hammer.
Right. There's
Weight
logic
to
to
make it
every.
fly. There's
It makes
logic
sense.
to everything.
It makes okay.
I think Captain Marvel has the only logic for her flying is she has like her hands just randomly catch on fire or something like that, and she can fly with it. I think that's what happens.
Mhm.
I've seen from the trailer. But like, where the fuck does the fire come from? Like,
She's
her queefs?
magic.
Like,
Yeah,
It works just
also
'cause
that.
it works.
Mostly the queefs thing, I think.
Right.
but like I'm pretty like, and then
Our master in the chat is saying cosmic energy.
yeah, cosmic energy, my ass.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
'cause
okay.
That's real.
I mean, like I said, I'm still gonna go watch Captain Marvel. I think it's gonna be a good movie, but I do want to point at this little topic here. A lot of like, let's say sci-fi movies, or I guess hero movies as well, will use like these sciencey terms that aren't really real to just kind of like use. It's just like a placeholder to just say like, oh yeah, this works
Magic.
because of this. Like fucking quantum physics. Because nobody really understands quantum physics, every like sci-fi movie, they're like, oh, why does this work? Quantum physics. Why does this work? Quantum physics. Like, it's just, that's the go-to.
Also quantum physics.
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, how does a teleporter work? Blah, 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 blah. That shouldn't work because of this. Oh, the solution? Quantum physics. Like,
So,
Yeah.
Like, on the topic of like Stan Lee and shit, this is like another thing. Like, you know how when celebrities die, right?
mm-hmm.
You know how their Twitters are like
they
still
don't die.
used? Oh shit, you're right. But you know how their Twitters are still like used by the corporations?
Yeah, I saw this.
Is that right? Yes or no?
No, it really isn't.
Okay, so I find it's okay because if you go look at Stanley's Twitter, which I was talking about this last night, I think with Cam, they have a lot of like throwbacks to like Stanley and like showing like all of his.
Okay, but then it's more like
shit.
a fan account, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I still think it's okay to show like some of the stuff here, like, or looking back, that's fine. Stanley like honored.
See, that's all nice, but they should have given the account to Stanley's like family, and then they can decide what they want to do with the account. The account shouldn't be owned by the corporation at that point.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I agree with that. I think makes sense.
Yeah, if you want to bring up,
they should be able to decide what he would have wanted or what they feel he would have wanted.
The family gets to decide everything else. So like, are you bringing up that tweet, Jay? I doubt that's what he wanted. I mean, maybe if that's the case, you know, Stanley was on his deathbed and was like, "Hey, on my Twitter, I want you to promote this movie."
Yeah.
After I die, I doubt that was the thing. So I'm gonna pull up the tweet here.
Yeah, like why are they using his Twitter to like talk about?
But like
Captain
I said, I don't like Captain Marvel isn't. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. He's not gonna pick favorites if it's corporate controlling it. But oh man.
Yeah. So
ridiculous.
This is the tweet from Stanley, who has passed. So this is from not Stanley. It's just from Marvel. It's from his account from Marvel. It says Captain Marvel landed in Hollywood
Stanley's
this past Monday for the movie's premiere. Read more about the evening below. And so
it's also on his own website too.
Look at the comments, Cam. Go down to the comments.
Let's see what people have to say. Oh, there's Dylan Dark.
Yeah.
He's back.
Love you, Stan. Unfollowing because they are necromancing your account and goodwill to market. Cool when you went full on salesman with your Stanley brand when you were live, but now it's just a corporation putting strings on a corpse and making it dance around. You deserve better. I 100% agree with that.
But they won't stop doing it.
I don't know. I think there was enough backlash.
No.
They might.
I think they'll continue doing it, to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think there's too many people who are like, they're like, oh, I love superheroes, but like don't actually like, they're not like super fans. Like those people, they're like, oh, like I disagree with this. They're like super fans, I would say. And like people just like want to know information. They're like, oh, I'll follow him because he's who created this, right? You know what I mean?
But
so,
I mean,
they don't care enough to unfollow or whatever.
I don't actually know, but I assume there's a Marvel Twitter account. They can use that account.
That's
they
true.
don't need to use Stan Lee's account.
Yeah, that's true.
Use the business account for the business promotion. I mean, Stan Lee, maybe there was some kind of contract that said that Stan Lee do like some promotion on his Twitter, but the guy died. Guys, come on, like contracts don't go past when the time of passing, as far as I'm aware.
What the fuck? There's an official Captain Marvel Twitter.
I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised. It's again for promotion.
Well, like
every game and every movie has like its own like Twitter.
You don't
just
see
so
like
they can promote it.
Well, I understand for like an overall, like Call of Duty has the Call of Duty Twitter where it's all the Call of Duties. I think Marvel should just be Marvel, or even they have Marvel Canada and stuff like that. But like they have Captain Marvel, Marvel Studios, which makes sense, Marvel Entertainment, which is a different branch of Marvel. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's a TV show, so that's a bit different.
That's true. Most of the like series things have like one Twitter for the series. Like the Fallout, Fallout has like a Fallout Twitter. But like for instance, Cyberpunk has its own Twitter. Witcher 3 had its own Twitter. They're the same company, but different games in a different series, so they had like different Twitters. So yeah, I guess I see your point. Like, could just have the Marvel account.
Well, I guess they have a Captain America one too. That's pretty fucking dumb. Thor.
I mean,
they have a Thor
I
one.
don't know.
That's a lot of different accounts.
It's hard to say because you can consider them separate movies, but they all link together.
Are separate movies, but
they all link together, so they're kind of in a series, like every Marvel movie.
like MCU.
Yeah, like every single one of them has ties to another Marvel movie. I don't think there's a single one that is entirely separate.
No, they're all the MCU's all together.
So like,
I have to take a quick piss break.
you know how like movies
fine.
have Twitter accounts linked to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens after that movie is just like gone and done?
I assume they delete
It's
it.
still there.
Okay, well, apparently it's deleted.
Like,
So
I
I've been
remember-
told from my sources.
According to my sources. I mean, yeah, I mean, once it's already out of theaters, and then they probably keep the Twitter up until the DVD release or the Blu-ray release, and then after that they probably take it down because there's not really any use for it anymore.
Like how this page here, the Dynamite one, it still posts like quite often.
See, but I think this is a little bit different because Napoleon Dynamite has a like a cult following. People fucking still like love this movie, and so like people are still gonna talk about it. It's just like I can't think of any like specific examples.
Harry Potter.
I guess.
But Harry
Yeah.
Potter's still going though. That's the thing. The whole Harry
Not
Potter.
really.
Is it still going?
Not really. I mean, there's like
Yeah.
the what is it?
Fantastic
Magical
Beasts.
Beast. Yeah, that's not Harry Potter. That's in the same kind of universe, but it's not actually Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I would say it pretty much still is.
But like pretty much, it means it's not.
I would still consider them separate series. It's a spin-off, so it's not the same. It's not in the same series. Same universe, different series.
Yeah.
I think we're all a bit retarded for being on this
Alrighty.
podcast. Oh,
Maybe.
Alright, just right back into it.
We are. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Is everybody back?
yeah.
Well, what if we weren't?
Is
Well, too
Peace supposed to
bad.
be red?
Talk about it by myself. Is what, sorry?
You're gonna play with yourself.
Is my piece supposed to be red? Huh?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Cool.
Depends. Are you bleeding?
I don't know. Just red. Tastes like cherry.
Yeah, you're
Ew.
good.
Oh,
That's fucking gross.
Hey, you're golden. Don't even worry about it.
Can I leave?
I'm not comfortable anymore here. Alright, so what's happening? What are you talking about?
I don't know. What were we talking about?
nothing.
You
Just
said
finish up the
multiverse.
conversation. We don't
Why
want
did I
to
bring-
talk about multiverse.
Why did I bring up the multiverse again?
'Cause
I
you
was
guys were
saying
talking
I
And then
did
he
not
said
hear
breathe.
any. I did not hear any of that.
Thanos is pretty
I don't know.
hot.
He's a thick boy,
He is a thick boy.
for sure.
I'd smash.
It wasn't that great when I did it, so I don't recommend.
No.
Wait, what? Backstory.
How's
It
the
was- it was
How's the
fine.
Infinity Gauntlet feel?
It's like a fisting of all fistings. I'll tell you that much.
Fisting of all. I believe it. Those
How
stones
could
look
it not
sharp.
be? No, it's
So
not
I was actually talking about this
big
with my
mess.
roommate. Is
Thickness.
what like how's Captain Marvel going to defeat Thanos when her kryptonite? Since she's a girl, her kryptonite's obviously a big cock, and Thanos has a big cock.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Okay, I kind of missed that conversation, but don't explain it,
You
please.
guys her
It's
period
pretty
like
much-
mid-fight and just like starts losing because she gets pissed at everyone.
Oh my god.
Gets
That's funny.
super emotional.
Yeah, there'll be two. There will be two cuts because our master said in chat that there's rumored to be two cuts of Avengers Endgame. Yeah, but every series of movies always has a two-parter end.
Wait,
And
what?
So like Avengers Game Part 1, sorry, Avengers Endgame Part 1 and Avengers Endgame Part 2?
yeah,
No,
like
they could-
they are, yeah, because Infinity War wasn't.
They ain't
Fine.
done, cuh. They ain't
Yeah, no,
done.
Infinity War was just
Yeah.
a setup for the final movie. It's
We're in the end game now, boys.
Oof.
I don't know about that. One
He's
with Captain Marvel
saying-
as the main character. That'd be shitty.
Yeah,
I mean,
women.
it also from a story or from a series standpoint, it wouldn't quite make sense, I don't think, because having
Not really.
having the Captain Marvel movie and then having Avengers Endgame with Captain Marvel as the lead, like
The
that doesn't.
end gamer.
Yeah, the end gamer.
But like that's what kind of like when they at the end of Infinity War when I watched it when they did the Captain Marvel tease, kind of pissed me off is like the whole
Woman.
oh let's just bring in no
Oh yeah.
it's just like let's
Wham
bring
and
in
wee.
this. Well, no, Endgame's already like filmed and done.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It is.
It's not, it doesn't matter how successful Captain Marvel is. Because our master in the chat did say it depends on how successful Captain Marvel is. But
Yeah.
like going back, I think it's gonna be kind of shit to see all these guys fight and then they kind of lost and then. But here comes Captain Marvel, tits out, going, yeah, let's fucking kick this guy ass. Just grabs him by the fucking wiener and whips him around and destroys him or something.
It would
Like,
be.
whatever happened.
Yeah, it would
I
be
think
kind
that's
of
kinda
weird.
shitty.
It's also from a story standpoint that it doesn't make a lot of sense because in a story you want to have the comeuppance of your protagonist, the protagonist being the Avengers. Sorry, spoiler alert, everybody. The Avengers get beaten at the end of Infinity War, and then now in these next movies, they're supposed to like fight it back with them and bring it back themselves. They're supposed to take over Thanos themselves because that's the
How she goes.
that's how what is it the heroes circle fucking whatever the shit is called. That's
Heroes always win.
the heroes always win, and you don't have somebody else come in and just like do the dirty work for you. Like they're not gonna have Captain Marvel just come in, snap her fingers, be like, all right, here you go, thanks.
I think her whole thing is like the time travel thing helps them be able to do it, kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for.
But like
Yeah.
another thing is like, where has she been throughout all the other?
That's what I was
Right?
thinking too. Is that she's
Because
just
like now,
I mean, isn't she from like a different time period though? So that might be why.
I honestly have no idea.
yeah,
So
but
it's like-
but still,
But like
Nick
if
Fury hit
Nick
the
Fury could
call
just
button.
get her, yeah, if he could just get her at any time, why didn't he do? The world
Got
is
her on
ending
speed
or
dial.
something,
Yeah.
I don't know.
or half
Like
the
any
world. I
other
guess.
time when the world was about to fucking blow up.
Yeah, like the 3 other times where they almost lost. Like they could have made it so easy.
Why didn't you just put like
she's like, yeah, I'm busy that day.
They should
like
like put the
at
two
the
dudes with the
spa.
stones in their fucking
I'm at
heads
the
in, like,
spa
a room.
doing makeup, etc.
It's like in a
One
video
sec.
game when you get that like stupid overpowered like potion or like revival or whatever, and then you keep going through these like boss fights. You're like, no, I don't need it yet. I don't need it yet. And then eventually you just like you
Die.
need it. you die or you eventually need it. So
What's what I was saying is like it's dumb how in the movie
That
they
sounds
did
like me in
like
every game.
they should have just like got the two dudes that have the stones in them, put them in a fucking room, and then sit there. To be honest,
Wait, what?
'cause, like, okay, so like you know,
Re-say that?
because like you know how in the Infinity War, right?
mhm.
How there's that dude with a fucking stone in his head.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vision.
If they just
Or
got
Vision,
that
yeah.
dude and put him in a room like alone, right? And they all just like fucking stood there.
See, but that doesn't make good doesn't
Okay,
Yeah,
make
but
good
but they
movies.
kind of did that. He came into the forest and they're all there with him.
No, they
but
were in two groups though.
not
Also,
really. They're
Thanos
all
has
there.
the other stones, so he can literally make that box not a thing anymore.
That's true. I
He
think.
can he can manipulate reality, so he can make it whatever he
Well, no,
wants.
it wasn't that stone the reality one.
No, that one.
No, that's the power stone. What it was
Oh.
called.
We need Braden in here. He knows fucking a
Big
lot.
Bray.
Yeah.
Big Braden. Oh, I've worked
Yeah,
out.
but
Fuck
Little
that.
Braden.
Boyfriend. But like they kind of did that, but instead of like a little room, it was just like the entire Wakanda,
Yeah, it was just
like
Wakanda.
area, like it was the whole, that was the little room. Motherfuckers came in, motherfucker Jones destroyed that place, and then that didn't work, so they had to move Vision, and then fucking Thanos comes in, dick hanging 3 inches off the floor.
Big dick in a
He's like,
locker
"Come
room.
here, bitch." He's just moving people aside, just like, all right, move.
Move, bitch.
Nothing really works out. I don't know. I just feel like this Captain Marvel thing won't fit. Unless it goes a completely different way than we're all thinking. Then
Yeah,
that'd be kinda cool.
if it
That's
goes
exactly
if it goes the way that I'm thinking, like if Captain Marvel is like the lead in Avengers Endgame, or if she's like the main reason that they beat Thanos, it's too tacked on. It's not. It doesn't fit.
It's like they couldn't think of a proper
Like a
ending, so
solution?
they're like, "Oh yes, Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. There she's fucking right."
And we can do the whole women's rights thing with it.
Yeah, double whammy for Marvel.
Two
Yeah.
in one twist.
Not that women's rights is a bad thing, but like, it's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing in movies, like we were talking about
doesn't
earlier with
make for
the
good
political.
entertainment, it makes for politics.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's just like any political thing that they're trying to shove in your face is the bad part.
And I don't want
Politics don't belong in movies or games.
entertainment.
Well, improper
Areas.
use of them too.
Yeah.
I think they can be in media. Like that's completely possible. Just like not in the shittiest ways.
You could make
Like-
them if they were better, you know.
Like documentaries, example. They cover shit really good. They do the job while also commenting on political thing.
What is it? Dark. What?
What?
Dark memories? Is that what you said?
The documentaries. You
Oh,
fucking-
docu.
Dark memory.
I was like, what? What are those?
Dark. that up.
Memories. I was like, what is your question here? What was confusing about what he just said?
Yeah, our master's bringing up Black Panther again, and yeah, we were talking about that earlier. How Black Panther was like a good movie, but not that good.
Really good movie, I would say.
It still was not like.
It was not what everyone else seemed to think it was.
It
But
was
Yeah.
very
good, but not
enjoyable.
praised for
But
the wrong reasons.
Anyway, we talked about that already.
Yeah.
That
That was just a quick synopsis for you.
That was a very, yeah. We talked about it very quickly, and then moved on to Red Dead.
Pretty much.
do you
Game of
guys
the year.
do you guys want to talk about Black Panther?
I mean,
Do you?
what are
I don't.
Not really.
I don't know if I
Nothing
have
else to
anything
really
else
talk
to
about.
add to it.
I'd suck his dick.
I mean, same. Yeah.
I mean, how would you fit that thing in your mouth? Yeah, what the fuck?
You're a fucking
Good
ice
luck.
cream too big.
No such thing as too big.
You're a fucking huge ass
Just a
tub.
bigger challenge.
All right. No.
He's like, all right, I'm done.
He's like, all right, that's enough. Getting horny.
Gotta beat it on podcast.
Guys, I need another break.
Let's take a 35-minute break now.
Well, do you guys have anything else that you want to discuss, or?
We talk about, I don't know, recent games we've all been playing.
Recent games. I've been enjoying Wreckfest. That's been fun.
Yeah.
that
Metro
is-
Exodus is good as well.
What is
Those are-
Wreckfest?
You don't know
How's
about
Wreckfest
Wreckfest?
going, yeah?
Wreckfest is going well, I guess.
It's
It is definitely not worth the full price, I don't think, but for $25 it was on sale for.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
think it was worth that 100%.
Mm-hmm. By the way, for everyone in the podcast and the Twitch chat, Wreckfest is a racing game, but it's more focused
Racing
on.
/ demolition.
Yeah, it's more focused on demolition derby and the what is it? Breakage physics in it is
Breakage
like
physics.
I don't-
Basically, rally racing.
it's yeah, and
Love the
the
breakage physics.
the let's just call it that, the breakage you know what I'm talking about. I don't think it's the right word, but you know what I'm
How
talking
the
about.
cars wreck when you hit things,
Yeah,
essentially.
that system is like the most advanced in any racing game, and so it's super
As
cool.
far as we know, anyways. Like,
I mean, that's what it's marketed as. So
I guess.
Damn.
yeah,
Proof for it didn't happen. You know, sort of thing.
Thomas, what have you been playing? Because I don't really see you playing a lot of things, actually.
I've been
League.
playing League of Legends.
Oh, yeah, how's League?
do you want
This
to
is the new,
do you want to tell us
thing
the
reset
story?
soon?
Didn't they just update it again, like 9.5
Well, the
or
new-
something, like 2 days ago?
Every 2 weeks is a new update.
Jesus, that's
So-
a lot.
Didn't they?
Like, that's good, but like that's a lot.
Yeah.
As since this is the first episode of the podcast, do you want to introduce your past with League of Legends?
Oh boy.
Rough
Anime
pass, but
backstory,
we're,
boys.
We're trying to get through it.
All right.
They haven't been paying child support, but
I'm
okay.
high school, and like my fucking brother's like, "Hey, you want to play this video game?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I like video games."
No, you're dumb.
So I played the video game, and like I stopped. That was like when I used to play like Minecraft every day before that. I love
Good
Minecraft.
shit.
I was like a PvPer. It was, I don't mean to brag, but you know I was
Wow.
pretty good.
I
But
don't mean to brag, but I was the best ever.
I got banned for hacks once without hacking, so
That's pretty impressive, actually.
That's the best.
I mean, same.
That's like the
That happened
best.
to me in Fortnite.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
You weren't even good at Fortnite. I played with you.
no, it wasn't that.
I
Cam
got
had like a hack engine open and it detected
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's different.
it. I understand why they banned you, but I mean, you should have been able to appeal.
but anyways. Continue, Thomas.
Go on, Thomas.
all right. Played League every day for about 8 hours a day for like the next 5 years.
So a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit here and there.
Creates a very unstable person.
And how good were you / are you at League?
Top 0.2% Diamond 4. Feels good, man.
So he's fine. He's
So,
alright.
yeah,
So-
He's,
I'm
he's
decent.
alright.
Seen better, seen worse.
Like I think I'm like top 6,000,
It's pretty high up there.
which is pretty good.
You know what that means?
I'm
in
top
server-
200,
Yeah.
actually.
And so, what was the
That
what
means there's
was
5,999 spots for you to go up. So fucking get the work.
Exactly, dude. I'm shit.
what was the decision you came to at the beginning of this ranked season, like about a couple weeks ago?
Game poo poo.
Homosexuality.
Game is shit.
Why?
What's up? Actually, it's funny because like what happened this season is that they added ranks for each position, right? Like for example, top lane and mid lane. Let's say you play both of them, right?
You have to have different ranks.
They're different ranks.
That's weird.
That
I think
failed
it's
So
good.
they don't rank the player. They rank.
on the
Okay.
roles that you play.
Yeah,
so
that's
but
very
here's the
strange.
thing, that fucking bailed. So now in 5 days that's gone.
Damn.
So it's
That
not
didn't,
even,
that didn't even make it the whole fucking
that was a
first
good
half of the
effort,
season.
I guess.
It was worth trying, but like the problem is the play race is retarded, so they can't deal with it.
That's fair.
Because if I play top lane, right, and I get mid lane, if I lose, what do I lose, right? I don't lose anything from that.
Because you don't care about your mid lane rank.
Yeah, my mid rank means nothing to me.
Right.
So yeah,
Exactory.
so like game's getting a lot better. League is
So
like
you
best game.
you quit a couple weeks ago, and you said you weren't gonna play for a really long time, but you've been playing in the past couple of days. Do you think you're back again?
I took a 20-day break. I don't
Damn,
play
that's
nearly
a
as
decent
like I don't
break,
play
actually.
as much anymore. I don't play nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play like 4 games and get burnt out and stop for the whole day.
Yeah.
Damn, my
You
first
and I.
time, that's what I was doing. Like I was like, I got 4 games. Oh my god, this is too much.
Dude, like when I started, I met all my friends that I still talk to this day on League. And like what would happen is like we'd all go to school, come back home, we get on Skype, and we'd just play
Wow,
League for like 8
OG.
hours.
Little
Oh,
Skype,
geez,
eh?
A little bit of Skype action. That's wild.
And that was like our routine for like 2 years, and then people like
That's a
slowly drifted
Skype
off.
bitch.
Cam, remember that Skyrim summer? Holy Christ.
Yep.
What are you
One-
talking about that? Like, yeah, I just played Skyrim.
We
on-
literally woke up, went in an Xbox Live party chat, me and him and our 2 other cousins, well, my brother and cousins, and we would play Skyrim until my parents got home and told me I wasn't allowed to play video games for the rest of the day because I was playing all day.
My
And we did
parents
the
do
same
that
thing
all
the
the
next
time.
day. They were like, go outside, do something.
Yeah, for
Like,
an
but-
entire summer,
Yeah.
we played Skyrim for at least probably 8 to 12 hours a day,
Yeah.
and we were playing quote unquote together. So we
We were
would.
just talking while playing,
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a good time.
it was a very good time. Yeah, good old
Best
Xbox 360 days. Oh my god, I was going through my old YouTube videos with like the Xbox 360, and number one, the quality is so awful. It is
Oh my God,
it
where
is
am I thinking it's
disgusting.
I think it's the operator.
Talking
It-
about before you got a capture card
Oh,
or after?
well, like when I had like the cheap capture card, the one that was like $30, it was like a USB stick, and so
Yeah.
number one, it was only 480p, but number two, it wasn't good 480p. It had like all this like noise and lines like through the video, and you can barely see what's going
That's what
on.
you want.
And it's like, oh my god.
The lines
We
mean it's
want.
better. How many lines you have is how good it is. Like the more the better.
I mean, true.
I remember when
I
you
heard
when you
that.
recorded your fucking screen. That was the worst goddamn thing you've ever done.
Playing on
your
my phone.
phone or something.
You know, the funny thing is, I think I've told like maybe 1 or 2 of you this before, but I have a video that I recorded on my phone of Fallout New Vegas. It was like episode 13 of a Let's Play I did, because I was like a Let's Player back then, because that was like the cool thing to do. I was basically just copying like Tobuscus, But
Yeah, I was actually just gonna say that because you'd be like, "Hey there, once again, audience."
Exactly.
Came from Bro Gaming's Co here.
But so every fucking video got like less than 10 views. This one video on Fallout New Vegas where I used like this perk called Black Widow to sleep with a guy and then murder him in his sleep has like 13,000 views.
That's some gay shit.
Let me pull it up.
I think it's just like the game is just so dark, right? And when that happens,
Yeah, but what surprised me is it's not like I was the only person to do that in the game.
No,
It's
you
not
weren't.
like it was
Only
like a
one
special
ever used that
accomplishment
perk to kill a guy.
or anything. It was just like it just blew up out of nowhere. It was fucking weird. Things blow up on YouTube out of nowhere.
Well,
Oh my god, it has nowhere
back in
near
the day.
the amount of views that I thought it had, but it does have over 1,000. It has 1,000.
13 views.
13,000 views. It's got 12 views.
It has 1,111 views.
Wow,
And
that's way off. That's
Man,
way
we
off.
suck.
and this
Just
is
throwing out random numbers. It's got
this-
about 20,000 views.
this
give
is
or take.
the quality of the video.
Give or take.
Oh wow.
So here's the views.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
oh, this is a quality content.
Yep.
Well,
And
that's what I actually. That's the dream, actually.
yep. And so there's this one part. I think it's
You sound the exact same in the video.
This is trash.
here. It is.
What the fuck are you wearing?
I don't even know.
He's a
You're
lady
platinum,
killer. What do you
pussycat.
want?
You know how to swing.
Yeah, but-
Nice Charlies too. Give him a shake for the Ben Man, will ya? Hello. That was a nice bit of hey girly. You're a real ring-a-ding broad.
Oh, I thought you were a guy. That'd have been way more.
Hold me, will you? I swear you wore me
The
out.
quality's so bad, it looks like it says bread.
Let's get that bread.
And then the option is to kill Benny
Where-
in his sleep.
Bread.
And then I like debated over this for not that long.
For a whole 2 seconds.
Yep. And then I killed him.
Huh?
That was
And-
the next part.
For some reason, that got 1,000 views. No fucking comments though.
That was some good sex.
Yeah,
Yeah, you fucked his brains out, dude.
I got a chub.
There's an Xbox achievement for it too, apparently.
Damn it. That shouldn't even be on YouTube.
Or pork.
Yep.
Straight pornography. It's that good shit.
When does New Dawn come out?
Can't tell you.
New Dawn.
Far Cry.
Oh, Far Cry New Dawn. It came out like a
I
couple
was gonna
weeks
say
ago.
it's already out.
It came
Oh,
out like
Jesus,
February
really?
15th or something.
What did it do?
Yeah, as far as I know, I didn't get it, but as far as I know, it's doing decent.
Surprised you didn't get it.
I'll get it eventually when it goes on sale. It's not like
I
a
had that bitch pre-ordered.
no. It's not.
Fucking 4 a.m.
Ultimate
ready to
Edition.
go.
It's not like a main series game. It's so.
You probably felt like you're probably a little disappointed after the old 76 thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
Bad
let it
taste in
pre-order
the
again.
old mouth there.
it did. For sure.
Yeah, that must have been like really shit for a bunch of Fallout players.
As
like,
like a
it was-
hardcore Fallout fan, yeah, it was
It was
pretty
so
shit.
cool in theory. Like
more of a
when I saw
software
it,
guy
that was really
myself.
cool. But
I did still have fun with it, but it's nowhere near what it could be. And just like that frustration has led me to like not play it. But during its beta stages, I played it for like each of the
Played quite a
days.
bit.
I played
Some. Give it a little bit.
like
It should've been an open
like probably
beta.
like 9 hours each
Oh yeah,
time
if
it
it
was
was an
like during
open
the beta.
beta, I feel like that would have been way better. So
Uh,
If it was an
Armas-
open beta, more people would have bought it, and that would have been the shitty part.
That's true. Our master's saying he thinks Far Cry New Dawn is main series. It's not because
Yeah.
only because it's not. It doesn't have like the Far Cry. It's not Far Cry 6. It's Far Cry New Dawn. So just like how Kingdom Hearts has Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, and it has like the side games. I consider Far Cry New Dawn a side game because it's not. It doesn't have like the next installment number, if that makes sense. It's the same map. It's basically like
it's a reskin.
it's a reskin, yeah.
It's
With a
like
new
what
story.
they did with Red Dead Undead Nightmare. It's just something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Colorful though.
Yeah, it
Colorful
looks nice.
game.
And when I get it, I think it's going to be fun. It's just I have other things that I want to do right now. And I can wait until it goes on sale. I don't I'm not like, oh, that game's good, I'm not gonna get it. It's just like, yeah, I'll pick it up eventually. Like Primal, I never got Primal. And then I picked it up when it was like $5 on a Ubisoft sale.
Far Cry, it's like, isn't it just like always the same? Like after the third, isn't it just the same map reskinned? Or am I wrong with that? 'Cause I heard something
For every Far Cry?
No, it's not.
Usually, what they've been doing in the past few years is like 2 games in a row have like the same map, and then like it's reskinned, and then they have a new story. And what they did it smartly this time because they let everybody know, and it's literally like the same world, just like 17 years later. And so it's like it is kind of a sequel.
It's continuing
also,
the story.
Yeah.
But still in the same
Which
area.
kind of makes it the same.
But
or
also
a new thing, but not.
The differences between Primal and New Dawn was, so Primal versus Far Cry 4, they have the same map, but it's a totally different universe. It's not a continuation or anything, and they listed it as the same price. It was still an $80 game, even though they did less work for it than Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of, you know, and they didn't tell anybody it was the same map. People just kind of figured it out.
They're like, wait a minute,
That's actually pretty funny.
I've been here before.
Yeah. And then so they smartened up and figured out a way to do the same thing, but make it a little bit more okay. And they also charge less for the game. It's $50 instead of $80, or sorry, $60.
I think that was just smart
Too
too,
bad.
because you've already used that map, so you shouldn't be able to charge full price. I don't think.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's pretty much a lazy development, in my opinion. Like, if it gets the story across, fine, but like, I just feel like it's also lazy.
They also like overhauled all the textures to be more like
Vibrant.
you know 17 years later and stuff.
17. Yeah, for sure. I don't have an issue with like any of that.
I guess if it works, it works.
I mean,
but...
if that's what they advertise it as, then fine.
Yeah,
Nothing
they
wrong
weren't,
with that.
as far as I'm aware, they
People
weren't
don't
trying
know
to
what
dupe
they're
anybody.
getting, so.
With Primal, they were definitely trying to dupe their
They
customers.
pulled a sneaky on you.
Yeah, there was some sketchiness
Yeah,
for sure.
can't be doing that.
So Cruisy Cruise,
Yes.
Operation Grand Heist. How's it been treating you?
I haven't played it too much. I've mostly been playing just to get like my daily tier skips, just because.
So you
I
are
usually
playing
play with-
Operation Grand Heist though.
And just for
Yeah.
clearance, this is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 they're talking about here.
I
The new
usually
operation
play.
dropped. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I usually play with my buddy Reese, but he broke his wrist, so he can't really play. So I'm kind of like.
Sounds like pussy
Sure, you
talk to
can't.
me. You tell Reese to get on the fucking controller.
I mean, I told him. He's like, okay.
Did he break?
Exactly like
Did he
that.
break both wrists?
No, just one.
All right, so pull down your pants. Put one hand. Put your hand on one side of the controller. Use your dick for the other. Easy.
Smart. You know what? I told him that. Yeah,
Everyone,
no, it's
like,
just not. I
fucking-
just don't like playing Call of Duty that much by myself. It's just not as fun. So I just don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, so I've been playing a lot of Hot Pursuit, which is the new Blackout game mode,
Yeah.
and like it's a lot of fun with people, even with randoms. As long as you get in a thing where people actually talk instead
Yeah,
of like,
exactly.
just,
That's
like,
the thing. Like nobody talks on Xbox. Like,
Really?
I mean, I bet PC is like worse, but
I don't
a
think
lot
so.
of people
man.
just don't want to join your party and talk. You know.
I don't usually, when I
I-
play the game, I don't really have an issue with like talking to people. Maybe
you,
that's I just
usually
got
if
lucky.
you start talking, a lot of people don't want to like just. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't want to be the first one to talk. There's always
That-
one
that
person
might
that
be
will start
true.
talking, and then everyone will start talking. Like I had a really good game in Hot Pursuit. Yeah, and we were all talking. It was like going really well. We almost won. It was a close one, but it was a good game, and it's really fun because in Hot Pursuit the wall is like constantly coming in.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like that
there's
sniper
very-
one, right?
It's like that, yeah. The whatever it's called, like close quarters or something.
Is Need for Speed still going strong?
Not as strong, I think, but it definitely has
Still
a cult
exists,
following.
I do think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people still love that game,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not everyone. Like at one time, that is like the only racing game that people played. then
What are
Oh,
all racing
yeah,
games
for
right
sure.
now? I know there's Forza still.
Forza is, I think, at
Need for
the
Speed.
forefront.
I think there's like Forza, but there's like 2 different Forza series. There's Forza, and then there's Forza Horizon.
I thought that was just like
looks sexy.
the newest ones. Did they still make Forza
so
games and
sexy.
Forza Horizon games like alongside each other?
I don't really know how it works. I'm not really into it. I think it's like they'll make a Forza game, and then the next one will be a Forza Horizon game, and then the next one.
That's interesting.
That's from what I understand. It's kind of like Call of Duty, how they have like different like they'll have the Black Ops and then the Modern Warfare series.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's
Also,
Also,
because they have different developers making
yeah,
it.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's kind of the same idea.
there's also The Crew, which is a newer,
The Crew,
a newer series, but they've got
There's also like
the first one,
Formula
and
1
then
games and stuff. So there's that.
that's true.
People that are into like racing sim are like really into it. So like there's a lot of them.
Formula?
Not just Formula, all the racing games are there's just like
Oh yeah.
a lot of people who are really into it. And then
Have you ever seen like those like stations? It's like a seat and it'll rock you with
I
like
went
the
to
car.
I went to the Toronto car show type thing, and they had that set up, and it was like a competition of like who could get around the track the fastest. And I played it. It was so fun. Like it was like
Yeah.
sitting in a real car. Like
Yeah, that would be super cool.
it was really tough though. Like
Set that up in the old house,
yeah, I set that up in the old bedroom here.
the old dungeon. It'd be awesome.
The old race dungeon. I think that used to mean a different thing, but whatever.
We could just use our normal dungeon.
We do have a normal dungeon just for
Yeah, we do.
So there's that.
Just for dungeon purposes.
For dungeoning,
Shackles, couple watering
dungeoning,
holes.
etc.
Like you have to get really into Dungeons and Dragons. So you go down to the dungeon.
What are you guys?
Hey man, D&D is fun. I've only played it a couple times, but it is quite fun.
Way back.
Yeah,
My
it has been a long time, but it's quite fun.
Dude, my OC in that game has the power to seduce any woman. And
That's funny.
he has a massive dick.
Just like real
In their
life.
sleep.
Besides the massive dick part.
Or seducing women. So it's not real.
Or everything about the character.
That's why it's called fantasy. Woo.
Yeah. When I played Dungeons and Dragons, I think I did it 2 or 3 times. I played as a female dark elf, I think it was, or something like that. And yeah, and oftentimes I would seduce people to make them do what I wanted. So
Sex then.
Whoa.
yeah,
Sounds like sexism right there.
yeah, maybe a little bit.
National Women's Day.
Hey,
I
it
was
is
in class today. and
Ah.
This girl in the front, and she was like, out loud, so everyone could hear. Oh, it's International Women's Day, and that was it. She just didn't stop talking. We're all just like, what? Like, what are you
nice.
trying to do? Like what? It was so weird.
Nice.
Controller.
Nice. So this is a little bit off topic, but what do you guys think about, like for instance, people keep getting tweets from years and years ago pulled up, and then like they get fired or
Like
something
Kevin
like
Hart?
that. Yeah, like
Situation?
he wasn't allowed to host the Oscars because of a tweet, or was it a stand-up thing he did?
It was a stand-up.
It was a stand-up joke he made how many years ago?
A lot. A
Like
bunch of
many years ago.
Exactly one bunch.
One bunch, exactly. And he wasn't allowed to host the Oscars because of that.
It's not like he wasn't
It's-
allowed. He didn't want to
they
because
asked-
of all the hate.
To step down, I think too.
No,
But yeah, it was his. It was
It
his.
was his
thing, like,
choice.
Like
Yeah.
he like there's I'm on an article here. He says Kevin Hart says he won't host Oscars after. It was actually tweets. Homophobic
Well, here's the
tweets.
thing. I think what could have happened, because like in media with all that shit, a lot of stuff behind the scenes, right? They
Mhm.
could have mutually decided to depart, but only Kevin tweeted it for his own sake.
Yeah, I mean, one person
that happens a lot.
has like 3, 4, 5 people working behind them as like managers, agents, like that kind of thing, right? So like, if not more, I don't work in that part of the industry, so I don't actually know.
So,
But they definitely have people working behind them to figure out what you can post on social media, what kind of jobs you're gonna get, that kind of thing. And I doubt it was Kevin Hart's choice not to host the Oscars because, like, come on,
No, it was because
like his personal decision.
I don't know about personal, but he was asked to apologize for his tweets, and he didn't want to. He was like,
You can
that
watch.
was my opinion.
You
or
watch
something like
an interview with him and Ellen. They talk about it. It's
that.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's true. They do that.
Because I think it was a gay joke, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He shouldn't
And
apologize.
Ellen asked him to reconsider hosting the Oscars because she
Yeah.
wanted to and everything.
Yikes. I just don't think that's fair.
It's so
I think
dumb.
people are too sensitive.
It's
Right.
well, it's that, and also it like people change.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
also,
been
it was
years.
it was a different time. Like that was just what was
Yeah.
common. Like that's
Plus,
just
it was stand-up comedy.
Yeah, it's also a joke.
it's a joke.
It's a joke,
Joke
and
for
it was
no.
from years ago.
Can't
Years
Context is
ago.
very
explain
important.
jokes.
Like people don't look into context. They just see what they said and think that they mean it.
Yeah.
And like,
That's like the Trump thing too. The grab her by the pussy thing. He was like talking to some guy in a locker room or something. Apparently.
Then,
Like,
like
just,
a
like-
party bus or something.
Yeah, like and just like talking to a guy, like you know, like
Yeah.
I'm guaranteeing you, you don't want your mom say she's playing video games at 12 o'clock at night. If your mom hears that, you're grounded for life. Like it's different.
It is different. I mean, it's still not a cool thing to say, but it's all on context.
Yeah,
I thought it was
exactly.
pretty
Like
cool.
I mean, and honestly, it wasn't. I don't even think it was a bad thing to say. Like, I'm sure he doesn't literally mean that in how you
Right.
think he does. Like, there's no way you really, like, I'm going to go physically grab this woman by her vagina. Like, that's not a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
well, like, I hope it isn't. Like,
I mean,
Like,
I'm
who
sure.
just goes up and grabs a vagina.
yeah, like, what do you grab? Do you have to insert fingers as a
Maybe-
hook, or like, what is that?
Maybe cup.
Maybe.
Maybe cup it. Maybe.
Cup
I'm
but
not
it.
also
grabbing.
to kind of counter that though, it's like you have to look at the field they're in though. Well, I kind of get with the whole Kevin Hart thing. Like that was a comedy act, right? What's Kevin really doing? He's doing comedy, right?
Yeah.
He's hosting award
Making
shows.
jokes.
Trump is
with-
president.
With Trump, it's way
Was-
different
So
because
I
he's
don't
president.
know.
So what he
Was he president at the time of?
No,
No,
he was
no.
going for
I think-
election.
So
He was in election though, I think.
Okay.
And while I do understand the fact that like what you say in the past should not hold merit to what you are now. I think that for something as important
you
as
should
the
know
president,
about what you're saying, but like
Yeah.
people make mistakes, right? Like,
that is very
yeah,
true.
he shouldn't have said it, but just because he did say it doesn't mean he's a terrible person. He might be
Oh,
a
no.
terrible person
No,
for
no,
other
definitely
reasons.
not.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
sure.
for sure, for
But-
sure.
Our master in the chat is saying he was only hosting Celebrity Apprentice at the time. So, I guess, yeah. Like when you only have like a TV show that you need to worry about, you're not, running the country. And he
Be
was,
more lenient.
and he was saying he was recorded without his knowledge. Well, I mean, yeah, that's
also a thing.
That's
if
obvious.
That's true. If that's true, like, I mean, I'm assuming he didn't knowingly, but like.
But the press
That's,
loves that
that's
shit.
also an invasion of his privacy, I think.
oh yeah, for
Of
sure.
anyone's. Like, you shouldn't be able to record someone without them.
Yeah.
I mean, legally you can't, right? That's like a law.
I mean, if it's if
In a
you're in
public space, it
court,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
that's true. Yeah.
But they were just on a bus, like in a private bus, something like that. So I mean,
Keyword
that's not
private.
really.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are dumb.
We've definitely all said fucked up things as jokes though in the past.
For sure.
Let's not discuss them.
In the
but
past, like, hour. No, I guess an hour and 52.
yeah,
Yeah, like if everyone was hurt for everything they said, then no one would fucking care anymore.
Nobody would like me, that's for sure.
I mean, here's the thing: everyone says the shit, but when they're in public, they like to act like they don't like that shit. Everyone makes fun of jokes. Everyone does it, but when you're in public, someone's like, "That's terrible. Why would you ever say that?" Like,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah, there's a lot of dumb shit.
It's just a bunch
Dumb
of hypocrites in the world.
some dumb shit. Fucked up
Dummy
jokes are
shit.
funny. It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, there's a
They're-
certain
they're
line.
there.
There's a certain line that you can cross that you shouldn't cross, but comedy
like-
comedy is supposed to bring light to the darkness. That's its point. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Like I think the best example was when 9/11 happened, right?
Oh yeah.
Everyone was like, sad as fuck because that all happened.
Hope
Yeah.
so.
But then South Park made an episode where like they just made fun of fucking Osama bin Laden the whole time, basically,
Yeah.
and people were like actually like laugh about something. They weren't depressed about it, you know.
Yeah. Well, in how many years later was that?
It was like the next fucking day.
I
had it
doubt
ready.
that. I doubt that.
South Park makes their episodes 1 week at a time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they probably still didn't write the joke immediately after the event. That would have been fucked up.
No, they literally take, because how they design their episodes, they take the weeks of news and stuff,
Uh-huh.
put it into an episode and make.
It makes fun of
You can watch.
I know that they do that, but it doesn't mean that they made the joke. Like, it's not like they made that joke
It was
immediately after. They could have made it any time
2
after.
months later.
Ooh.
It was 2 months.
For me, that's... Yikes. That's a little early.
But that's South
That's
Park's
like-
comedy.
Yeah, that's South
That is
Park.
literally
though.
what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why everyone loves South Park, because they do what the fuck they want.
That's
They
why
aren't
a lot
look
of
at
people
Family-
hate
Look
South
at
Park.
Family Guy now. They're banning. They're not doing gay jokes anymore.
Or
One of the
Sims.
character was literally a hypocritical gay guy.
No, wasn't. There's also The Simpsons. How they removed Apu from the show.
Yeah, they did.
Wait, what?
That-
Yeah, they removed the
either they
Indian
either
guy.
did it or they're talking about it because he was a
think they did.
stereotypical. He was a stereotypical
That's-
brown person.
Yo,
Meanwhile,
Apu
the whole
was
fucking
dope.
show is stereotypical. You have Homer is the
Fair.
stereotypical American.
Stereotypical nuclear family, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that shit. But like because Apu was brown, people saw it as controversial. So they removed him from the show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dumb.
blame.
I
And
like
like it's
Apu.
not like people hated Apu or made fun of
No,
him.
no one
Some
complained
people
except for
loved him.
like I don't think anyone complained. I don't know what happened. They probably got some fucking like fan letters. It's like, oh, dude, I'm brown and I hate Apu.
I had a poo. That's probably what they said, and they misinterpreted.
I had a poo and it was brown, so
Take him out of the show.
take him out. We all have a poo.
We all have a poo once in a while.
A poo might become. We all have a poo inside of us. Not for long though.
But I think like the Family Guy thing is like really dumb.
Yeah,
Like, restricting-
censorship in any media is becoming a huge issue.
Oh, dude, speaking of Family Guy show, it's like remember when they killed Brian off
Yeah.
And he
No.
came
They
back
brought him back
a
in,
month
like-
later.
a month later because everyone was fucking pissed.
hmm
They like brought in the new dog and no one liked him.
I'm pretty sure they
I mean, how
purposely
could
did
you?
that, though. Like I think they always knew they were gonna bring him back. I think I watched an interview on it.
Yeah, probably. I think it's actually a great idea though. They got so much traction for that.
So much, so much like, so many people talking about it, even like, at all is good. Right?
I think they should kill off another character, but make it like forever.
That's like a bit much. See, here's the thing. If you're like 2 seasons in, fine. They're like how many seasons in? Like fucking
They're like-
17?
Our
Yeah.
master wants Meg to be killed off.
Yeah, but people
How
expect
can
that
you
though.
kill
They'll
Meg
expect
off?
Meg.
See, but
Who they
Meg
make
is like,
fun of all the
yeah,
time.
Meg is the punching bag. You need that outlet.
Meg is ugly.
If
Case
you're
in
talking, like, roles in
point.
the show, I hate how Brian's role went from like the smart dog that like countered everyone's points
Everyone, yeah.
to like a fucking alcoholic that just wants to get laid.
I mean, aren't we all?
Yeah, but look at Stewie used to be like super fucking cool, but now he's just
Yeah,
like
they changed both of
extremely
them.
gay.
Yeah, right. He's just flamboyantly gay now.
He is
Like,
gay.
He used to be like this evil like genius.
Is he not like an evil little? I don't really watch that much Family Guy. Is he not like the
He's
evil little
like
genius
evil,
anymore?
but he's not like what he used to be.
He matured, I would say. He's like actually matured the show, and now
And
he's just gay.
bisexual.
I thought he was just gay.
No, he's apparently Seth MacFarlane said he's bisexual.
I mean, he had a girlfriend that one time with the girl next door that was like British
Yeah.
or some shit.
Oh yeah, that child
Yeah.
actor, or whatever, the baby
Yeah.
actor type thing.
Yeah.
Badass.
Oh,
Well, he's
yeah,
had
that
two of them. He had the actor, then he had like the one that tried to kill him. They're like exactly the same.
Yeah. Basically.
I need to
It
watch
was
my
like a
Family
fucking
Guy.
like British
Stevie's
British
like 2
baby.
and had more girlfriends than me my whole fucking life.
Same. How long has Stewie been the same age that he is?
Every
Wow.
episode of Family Guy.
Jeez.
First episode. Let's see.
And how is he supposed to be 2?
Yeah, let's go Stewie Griffin date or Stewie Griffin age.
Probably gonna show you like
So,
people calculating how
He's
old
1 years old,
In the show, he's wondering.
and the first episode was 1999.
Oh my god.
So
That's when I was
So
born.
he's a grown ass man.
he's
the
fucking.
same age as
He's
us.
20 years
He's
old.
a
right
year
now.
older than us.
So is there an explanation
Yeah.
for that in the show, or do they just not bother?
They don't bother.
I don't think they bother. yeah,
That's
no.
I mean, that's
Well, they
fair.
reference it. They
he's
always
just the
bring it to the
baby.
ball. To
I
the
think
fourth
that-
wall.
Has that been done before? A show like in that style of Family Guy and American Dad, all that shit, where but like they actually age over time.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
Like a
Probably
cartoon.
not.
That would be interesting as fuck, actually. That'd be very
Yeah,
new.
you fucked up your view here.
Oh fuck.
It's like
I
you
forgot
miss a
about that.
season and then it's only like all fucking teenagers or some shit. Like, wait, what the fuck did I miss? It'd be
What?
kind of fun to see. Like, cause like let's say you miss a season of a show, right?
Yeah.
Like Family Guy. You come back, they're all the fucking same, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they actually aged though.
Yeah, that would
That'd
be
be weird.
You miss a season, you
But
come
then
back.
that would like there would eventually you have to be an end. Like
Well, yeah, there has to be an end anyway, right?
Oh, when they die.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like there does have to be
They-
an end.
Yeah, it'll probably end like.
I
as
mean,
soon
it'll
as it-
end eventually.
I mean, Family
But,
Guy kind
like-
of sucks dick now.
I think it's funny still.
I think
There's
it's worse
some
than
good
before.
episodes, some
I
are
don't
shit.
watch enough to know really.
I think South Park is like probably the strongest going from back then.
I
In terms
didn't
of
watch
animated
that.
show, that shit's still funny.
Yeah.
Like their whole
think it's
show
so
is just
fucked up.
shitting on every topic there is, and it's great.
Well, it's because they're the smart the way they do it, because they do it, you know, like we said, a week apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Every
always
episode
have
is made
fresh.
exactly in
yeah.
a week. So like they get to use all the latest shit. That's
Yep.
why all the Trump stuff went super strong, because they would use literally the references of
Mhm.
Trump said that week, and it's not like if Family Guy did all their jokes are like a fucking month later.
Yeah, because the animation is simpler in
Oh.
South Park, but it's still satisfying.
Yeah, I don't know if they couldn't get Family Guy's animation done in time.
No, it takes way too long. I mean, is there like a point where they just use presets for animation, or do you think they redo it every
Maybe.
time?
No, they have presets like South Park. They have all the, because they used to do it obviously with construction paper, but now it's all you just drag your character in. and
Which is
then
such a
it's
wild
2D.
thing.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the whole show was just construction paper and like stop motion.
Fucking
think
stop
it was like
motion. I
a-
hate stop. I don't hate watching stop motion. I hate doing stop motion.
Well, I think anyone would hate that bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the idea, it's not as tedious. But like, you know, if you have all the materials there, it's okay.
If you
If you have to get
fuck up
shit.
your camera or something or move it a little bit, then it's super
Everything's
difficult to get it back perfect, and it's almost impossible.
Yeah, the whole world's just kind of done.
Just destroy yourself.
Well, do you guys have any further topics? We're on like the 2-hour mark already, so.
Look at us go, eh?
Or
You
Look
know,
at
the new
us.
Minecraft update's about to be released.
And so thank you
Oh.
guys for.
Wait, what's happening with the Minecraft update?
The Villagers and Pillagers update is coming out soon.
Ooh, are they like doing big villager changes?
The huge villager changes. Remember the old village style? Goodbye.
There's been a lot of like big Minecraft things.
No, it's actually looking really cool. There's 2 different types of villages now. There's villagers
Mm-hmm.
and like all villagers. Here, let me get you Cam out the article to put up.
Sure.
Maybe this will show off some stuff. Oh god, nope.
Villagers and pillagers, boys.
Here you go. That doesn't show a lot either. God, it's hard to. Because they do all the snapshots, so everyone does like.
Like reports on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Minecraft change is like super good. Like I don't think there's been many bad ones.
The combat update. Oh yeah, and they're also reworking. Not
I
in the
was not a fan of the
Villagers and
combat update.
Pillagers update, but they will be reworking the combat system again,
I heard
which is
good.
really good news because
It's not
how
very
much
good.
hate it's gotten.
Yeah.
I think the system they have right now is better for PvE combat not for PvP though. Because back in the day, PvP was just like, you know, hit the other person as much as you can, and if you hit more hits, you win. That's all it was. But now it's like,
I think they needed an update to make it more complex, but not. I don't know. I
Not
wasn't.
that complex.
Yeah,
not a
I
slower
wasn't.
pace.
It's not like the current combat system is complex. It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It is pretty. It's pretty fucking annoying. I will say that.
If they revert it, all I'm saying is I'm gonna go back to play only Minecraft. Only Minecraft because I
I
would,
don't
PvP
know revert it
God.
and make it better.
dude,
Oh, I
I would
play
fucking, I would
Minecraft.
cream. I'd go find a fucking faction server and become the top guy.
The tough guy.
The
I miss
top
faction
guy. That's a
servers.
good name for it. Do you have an article you want to show?
But yeah,
today,
so-
or-
It's hard to find something that
Ah.
shows everything
yeah.
because they go by each snapshot, but you can like just pull up pictures if you want. Just search for villagers and pillagers update.
Let's see.
But they have two different type of villages, so and all the buildings are new and different. They actually look like something nice. They don't look like shit anymore, which kind of sucks because it's the old, you know, that classic feel's gonna be kind of gone. But you have to update it, I guess.
There's this one.
Yeah, that's old though. Like that has some stuff, but not everything. You won't be able to like see the new villages and stuff. You almost gotta find something with that shows the new villagers. Which
When's
they
the
all like.
release date?
For Java edition? It's out on Bedrock.
This was updated a week ago, and it's everything that they've done so far.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it now, and that's not everything.
Anyway,
Let me just see.
we should probably start wrapping up. So we can
Alright,
talk about that next week if you want.
Oh well. myself,
When's
I
the release like of the Java edition?
They don't know. They never announced that
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Okay.
Could be out in a month.
Yeah. I just
Well,
don't want the
that's cool.
podcast to go too
I'm
long.
pretty excited. I also want to finish our Skyblock thing soon.
Yes, we are going to be doing that soon. As soon as we can.
Dude, next week podcast while playing Minecraft.
Podcast will.
Well, that's not a podcast.
It's
that
not a
count?
podcast, really.
What counts as a podcast though? What is the definition of a
This.
The
podcast?
focus is the
Literally
conversation.
this.
Yeah. That's how I would define it, anyway.
By the way, I just realized, Cam, you're in the just chatting category. This is talk shows and podcast category.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's kind of where every pod.
Unacceptable. I'm actually gonna have to report that.
GG. They're gonna take down your VOD now, Cam.
Okay. Well, I think that was a very successful first episode. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys can all make it next week, so I'm not sitting here alone talking to myself.
I want to see that, to be honest.
Next week,
Probably never do a podcast by yourself.
yeah, probably not. Next week, who knows what we'll be talking about. Most of our topics today were very much not planned. We had no idea what we were going to talk about going into this.
Well, I mean, we had some ideas, but Cam didn't
We
want
had-
to do them, so.
Yeah, some less than appropriate ideas.
Cam just shot them down.
We'll get better.
I
We'll
want
get
to talk
better.
about Minecraft, but Cam just shut it down. Whatever. Hopefully, you have more
I
pictures.
want to talk
next week,
about
I
bead
guess.
necklaces, but that was a no-go.
Some sort of
Okay.
bead objects and all that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, guys, for coming out to the podcast. And I mean, I'll be talking to you before the podcast, but I will see you guys at the podcast next week. Thanks to everyone in the chat for coming out as well.
I think I'm
Oh,
talking
thank
to
you.
Before the next podcast.
Thank our master 300.
Our master said he really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, our master. I do appreciate that. Okay, and we will see you guys again next week for the Metabyte podcast, episode 2 at Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.